everything would start in the Tournament of Power. Goku had been able to activate the Ultra Instinct against Jiren, but after a certain time, he would be defeated. However, on this occasion, Master Roshi would die. Goku's anger would get totally out of control, starting to emanate a gigantic power. His hair would turn a silver color, hinting that he had achieved the Ultra Instinct. However, in his mind, an evil and very powerful entity would be present. Kill them all! You are the 7th god to awaken the Ultra Demonic Instinct. End this whole damn tournament and the king completely! Goku would begin to eliminate warrior after warrior, without any mercy. Daishinkan would worry when witnessing how Son Goku's power had changed drastically, making him remember the power of the 6 fallen gods from millions of years ago. Great Zeno-sama, it'll be better to eliminate Mr. Goku, since the energy he emanates is pure evil, and his power keeps rising in a great way. This could be dangerous. No, Daishinkan, don't bother my friend. He can do whatever he wants. But Great Zeno-sama, did you not listen to the Great Zeno-sama? You better keep quiet. Goku, to raise his power much more, his hair would turn a dark purple color, which would leave all the angels very surprised, who were able to recognize that state immediately. Mr. Goku must die, as his power has been able to access the forbidden or demonic Ultra Instinct. What are you talking about, Whis? I'm not able to understand anything. It is the Ultra Instinct beyond an angel, but the evil energy that invades your body is so much that we'll not be able to do anything against that total destruction. Goku was able to end Jiren's life with a single blow, for which his god Belmaud would demand that Son Goku be eliminated. Goku would rise into the air, charging a great attack, throwing it towards the entire platform, eliminating all the warriors present. But at the moment, Goku would hold Kefla, of which he had been completely captivated. That's right, she was the most powerful Saiyan woman he had ever known, but he did not allow her to be eliminated. But everyone was surprised to hear how Goku had been able to summon the great dragon Zoma from the Super Dragon Balls. That's right, that forbidden technique granted him the knowledge of the divine. Now remove the king from the hole, from the past, present, and future, so we could be free. Goku, in the language of the gods, would ask for his wish, which left everyone much more surprised. Both guardians would quickly rush against Son Goku, while Daishinkan would approach the dragon Zoma. Great God Zoma, you should fulfill the wish of those who gather the Super Dragon Balls, not the wishes that destroy everything created. That individual you told me about has been difficult to eliminate, since he has a power similar to that of my creator. But I have fulfilled your wish. Damn it. This all Volvaron, the great Zeno-sama, is not able to eliminate things. He just sends them to a place called Eternal Seal, and as long as Zeno-sama lives, that seal could never be broken. Both guardians began to exchange hundreds of blows with Son Goku, who, with a little difficulty, was able to dodge each of the blows. That's right, the power that the Forbidden Ultra Instinct granted him was so much that he was even able to face the guardians of Zeno-sama. But what is wrong with our father? Why does he have that terrified expression? I know it's not Mr. Goku he's afraid of, someone much more powerful than him. All the angels watched as a guardian fell heavily towards some rocks, being very badly injured. Damn! I'll not allow you to hit my brother like that! You already eliminated the great Zeno-sama! I swear to annihilate you for that! They don't have to have the power to do that, but I'll eliminate you right now, you worm. Goku was able to put his hand in the heart of the Guardian, with which, at the moment of withdrawing it, both Guardians died. Since both were connected to the same thread of life, Goku would observe the Great Priest throwing himself towards him, but Daishinkan with a single blow had sent him flying. With several wounds all over his body, Goku would try to recover from that blow, but he would spit out large amounts of blood. The angels and the gods praised him since his last hope had begun to give the action on the battlefield, while Kefla, I watched as Goku was totally slaughtered. Goku is a bad person now, but he saved me. I can't let them finish with him. Kefla would release all her power, with which she would throw her most powerful attack towards Daishinkan, which no effect had arisen. That's right, she had not caused any scratches, fords. She would lock Kefla in a barrier so that she would not be a hindrance. We can't do anything against that, Saiyan, but we can do something with you, so you won't be a hindrance anymore. Goku, realizing how Kefla had tried to help him, his power would grow a lot, with which he was able to brush the cheek of the Great Priest. However, with Daishinkan exchanged blows with Son Goku, he thought about how he had been able to achieve such a state, which had not appeared in millions of years. That's right. The 6 gods of Zeno-sama sealed were Saiyans just like they are for Goku. For that reason, the order was given to Beerus and Champa, since they were children, to eliminate the Saiyans. Because of Beerus, we are in this big problem. Goku would be able to hit him an effective blow in the stomach, but it had not been powerful enough to send him flying. While from a large black hole, 6 subjects were watching the battle of both warriors. How do you like the power of our new war brother? Sounds good to me, but he hasn't been able to unleash the true potential of the forbidden Ultra Instinct yet. I don't have to be sorry about what can happen. I'm sure that in the Eternal Seal they must have weakened quite a lot, so I better end this Saiyan's life. Daishinkan would quickly charge a large sphere of angelic energy, throwing it to Goku, who, with all his power, would also throw great power. The clash of the powers was incredible. However, the power of Daishinkan was able to completely overcome it. The large sphere being centimeters from colliding with Goku's body, a warrior was able to stop the attack with only one of his hands. And from the dust, 6 silhouettes could be observed. The power was felt all over the place. It was overwhelming. A surprising pressure would fall on everyone present. So this is what the High Priest was afraid of. The powers they possessed was unreal. Damn, they have not diminished their power at all. On the contrary, their power has continued to steadily increase. Don't you know that our power is unlimited? We do not know the word defeat or the word impossible. Even your Jessie, the first and only Saiyan woman to be able to achieve this state of the Forbidden Ultra Instinct, possesses an amazing power. But of all the warriors, it could be observed how one of them walked all through them, with his power increasing hundreds of times more. So long without seeing you, Great Priest, for nothing. Thanks to our new brother, we have been able to return to these universes. Yamoshi would approach towards Goku, asking for his name. But we'll call you Kakarot. It's a worthy name of a Saiyan, and of having awakened the Forbidden Ultra Instinct. Goku would turn to observe Kefla, who would stare at him. However, at that moment, he would be taken out of his thoughts by Orochi. Are you even seeing that stupid Saiyan? Don't worry. Today you'll be able to have a good time with Jessie, a Saiyan, that her power goes beyond a priest. Yamoshi would start with a quick movement. He was able to hold the Great Priest by the neck, which would begin to leave him without air. The angels and gods joined the attack, but despite throwing energy attacks, punches, Yamoshi's power did not increase. Don't get in the way, worms! From an explosion, she would be able to finish off everyone with the exception of Whis, who was able to extract in time, but a big shield protecting herself along with all the warriors of Universe 7, Kefla, who was in that sphere, likewise suffered severe burns, which almost left her on the verge of death. Kefla would observe Goku fixedly. Goku, I know you're not a villain. I trust you. Don't let yourself be manipulated by these bastards. Goku, hearing the last words of Kefla, would expel an incredible power, so much so that he would even catch the attention of Yamoshi. I could tell that you're the leader. Why the hell did they hurt Kefla? Now I'll finish with each one of you. Don't say stupid things. That Saiyan didn't deserve to be with the user of the Forbidden Ultra Instinct. Dying was the best thing that could have happened to her. Goku's hair on this occasion, instead of turning dark purple color, would turn a greenish color, which with he was able to multiply his power hundreds of times more. And what is this transformation? That's not the Forbidden Ultra Instinct. Flashing steps! Goku, of an incredible speed, he gave a blow to Yamoshi, making him able to fall hard to the ground. The other Saiyans were going to attack them, but they would be stopped by Yamoshi. Brother Kakarot, I'll forget the blow you've given me. Let's get out of here and forget all this misunderstanding. No, damn you! I'll finish with you! Okay, trash, if that's what you want, we'll do it. Yamoshi would begin to grant him hundreds of blows, which destroyed Goku's entire body. That's right, it seemed that his fists were made of metal. Goku would fall to the ground very badly injured, while Yamoshi would throw a small sphere of energy, but his power was incomparable. Goku would throw a great power, to which Daishinkan would join, as he would be sent flying from the blow of Goku. I'm thinking of ending this damn thing myself. Clash of Energies lasted 3 minutes approximately, in which a big explosion would be created, of which 2 incredible dragons could be observed. Goku would be sent to a universe on the verge of death, while Yamoshi seemed to be in optimal conditions. But when he arrived, with his other companions, he would fall to the ground. That's right, Goku's last kick contained destructive energy, which was able to pass through Yamoshi's imposing defense. The Saiyans would leave quickly, while Daishinkan would change his appearance to a very serious one. Whis and Beerus, you're the only gods who managed to survive. You better organize yourselves well, because if we don't do something, we'll all die. So it will be, Father. Now we are leaving. Everyone would leave quickly to Universe 7. At the moment of arrival, Bulma would receive them with a great banquet since she thought they had won the Tournament of Power. However, she realized that everyone's gaze was very serious and Goku was not next to them. What's going on? Where is Goku? Goku reached an incredible power, but the same power corrupted him and he became a being of absolute evil. We must stop him. That's right, Miss Bulma. Mr. Goku went completely out of control. Meanwhile, on a planet of Universe 3, Goku was bleeding out. He even had lost his 2 arms due to the great attack of the dragon that he had received from Yamoshi. While in the lair of the Saiyans, Jessie had felt the power of Kakarot, so she would decide to help him since his power was about to disappear. No, Jessie. Kakarot fought Yamoshi and was about to knock him out. Something bad can happen to you. I'm not a coward like you are. Jessie would begin to move at full speed towards the point where she felt the power of Kakarot. After a few minutes, she was able to locate it, but when she arrived, she was surprised to observe how that Saiyan, despite having lost both arms, continued with an unwavering fighting spirit. We're accomplished by those cursed ones. Have you come to finish me off? Then do it once and for all. Of course not, sweetie. I came here for you to be one of my men. That's right, you will be manipulated by me. What are you saying? Silence. Emperor Eye, brain reset. Kakarot's entire cognitive system would be wiped out. That's right, he'd forgotten his friends and his family. The only thing he was focusing on was Jessie. Now I'll have to recover. I'm able to see my arms on that rock over there. With the Super Saiyan God, I'll be able to regenerate. Goku would access the Super Saiyan God, with which he began to heal all his wounds and join his arms successfully. Goku, with the power of the Super Saiyan God, was able to completely regenerate, so at the moment, Goku wished to have something with the Saiyan goddess Jessie. Now is not the time, Kakarot, as you must have restored completely, but you have left me surprised. None of us possess regenerative abilities. I would notice that you merged with the egotistical doctrine state. Rather, you took it as your base state, unlike mine, so I'm able to access my other transformations normally. Then let's go out of this pathetic place and start eradicating everything in our path. Of course I do. Goku would begin to fly, which would leave Jessie surprised since the speed he possessed was incomparable, so he had left her far behind. Jessie, despite doing her best to reach Goku, was impossible, so Goku would come back for Jessie carrying her in his arms. Jessie would blush a little, but in front of them a big planet would be observed. Damn planet! You've put yourself in front of the powerful god Kakarot! Disappear! Heavenly scream! A scream from Ozoro Incredible was able to destroy the planet. How are you able to destroy the planet with simple sound waves? Yamoshi would wake up with a jump, feeling the incredible power of Kakarot, for which he would begin to fly to the top of the planet, recovering a very changed Kakarot, since this time he was much thinner and his hair was a red color. Damn, you caused me incredible damage. I'm gonna end you right now. My brother, I don't know what happened, but ask for an apology. Yamoshi, without caring about Kakarot's words, he would grant him a great blow. Goku, realizing the power of Yamoshi's blow, would quickly access the Super Saiyan Blue, with which he was able to resist that blow. That's right, the blow had only been able to turn Goku's face a little, which left Yamoshi surprised. I don't want to have to battle with you, brother, but if that's what you want, let's fight. Until you became to your senses, you didn't need any other Saiyan, because you look at Jessie's beauty is unmatched. Another Saiyan? I don't know what you're talking about. Forget about it, Kakarot, but it will be better to descend to the planet. Returning to planet Earth, all the warriors were training very hard, but Vegeta and Gohan decided to leave to the time room to increase their powers in the shortest possible time. The Kakarot insect, how is he able to get all that power? Hell, what happened to my dad? Gohan, I know you must be very worried about your father, but we can't put all 12 universes at risk for Kakarot. I agree with you, Mr. Vegeta, so I'll do whatever needs to be done. Both Saiyans started with their great training, while Beerus and Whis headed towards the Supreme Planet, encountering the Supremes. But Beerus was looking for a Supreme who was able to release all his hidden power. Supreme, please, the God of Destruction asks you to release all my hidden power, as this is life or death. I understand everything that the universe is going through. Apparently the Saiyans with the forbidden power have returned. Of course, I will release all your power. The Great Supreme Being would begin to release all the power of Beerus, which took about 1 week to be a God of Destruction. As all this time passed, Beerus felt a little lighter. Now I wish you to concentrate and expel all your power, as if it was going to cause a big explosion. The God of Destruction would obey, by which he would begin to raise his power in an incredible way. So much was his power that even on this occasion he had transformed. Whis was very surprised to realize the new appearance of his God of Destruction, but there it would not stay, since his power continued to rise after having access to this transformation. Hundreds of planets of the 12 universes were beginning to be destroyed. All that power even perceived by Daishaken, who was surprised. I knew that the Beerus race, they were very powerful, but to achieve this result in only 1 week of training is unreal. Thank you very much, Supreme. What's up with all this power? Mr. Beerus, to be honest with you, you have surpassed my power, so I will likewise undergo rigorous training in the angelic realm. I understand, Whis. Wish you luck. Whis would leave for the angelic realm. Returning with the Saiyans, Orochi was not so comfortable with Kakarot's presence, as Jessie was very close to the same. How do you like Kakarot if we sleep together tonight? It would be a pleasure for me, my dear Jessie. Orochi, even realizing how Jessie was mocking in front of him, would raise his power to the maximum, even accessing his legendary mode, in which he had no reasoning whatsoever. Orochi rushed against Jessie, taking her by the hand, and not caring that she's a woman, he would drag her across a large part of the planet, which made Jessie release large amounts of blood before continuing. Kakarot would appear in front of Orochi, granting him a powerful blow, sending him to the end of the planet. Damn, Orochi, what the hell's wrong with you? Kakarot, end his life! Kakarot would accede to the forbidden Ultra Instinct, but his hair color was still a green color. Both of them began to exchange hundreds of blows, while Yamoshi quickly approached with Jessie. Jessie, stop all this! You know that Orochi in his legendary state's the most powerful, dangerous one of all, and even though Kakarot possesses all that power, it won't be enough. And they were amazed to observe how Goku had sent Orochi flying with hundreds of serious wounds all over his body. I don't think so, Yamoshi. Since Kakarot power is growing by the second, he's even more talented than us. The battle of both Saiyans would begin to wreak havoc through the universes. That's the power of Son Goku, but apparently he's fighting a Saiyan, and he's also very powerful. Orochi would be able to connect a blow on his stomach, but to everyone's surprise, Kakarot would give a big smile. Is that all? Don't make me laugh. With this blow, I'll send you to the other world. Don't raise your hand to Jessie again. A large claw in the form of a beast would begin to descend on the atmosphere of the planet, which at the moment of colliding with Orochi's body would pulverize it. That's right, Kakarot had mercilessly reduced it to simple dust of the universe. That's impossible. He was able to end Orochi's life? Kakarot is amazing. I can't believe he has so much power. Hell, we haven't gone to the true king zone at all yet, and we already have a low, so in 3 days we'll go, so I want you to charge all your power. 3 days passed quickly. Yamoshi would summon a great Ozaru, which, by throwing a great roar towards the center of the universe, was able to cause a great three-dimensional fissure, through which they would enter, managing to access the dimension of the one true kings of the whole. But the instant they arrived, they would all be separated, and only Kakarot remained next to Jessie. While in front of them, a beautiful woman with the appearance of a little girl radiated an incredible power, that even Kakarot was not of standing up easily. I am the first queen of all, and the most powerful. So tell me, what do you want? We only have the order to wipe out all the kings of the whole of this dimension, so right now you'll die. They have an incredible power, and being able to enter this dimension means that they are able to defeat the useless Zeno-sama. Jessie, a little upset, rushed against the Queen of Everything, which Mayuki, with an incredible visual power, made her fall into a powerful illusion, which was causing incredible damage. Kakarot, realizing this, would throw himself against Mayuki, but to his surprise, he was treated as if he were a simple child. That's right, the power of the first Queen of Everything was unequaled. Kakarot, he would return to his base state very badly injured, but Mayuki would Goku, realizing that he was under the mental power of that other Saiyan. Now you will obey me, since my heavenly eyes are the most powerful of all the existing eyes. That's how Mayuki destroyed Jessie's power, getting Goku to his side. But to everyone's surprise, the second king of all, who also possessed incredible power, would arrive with Mayuki very upset. Mayuki, some very powerful Saiyans have been able to wipe out all of us. Only I was able to flee. What do you mean ran away? While everyone else is dying, you're a scumbag. Yamoshi would still get to the place. Kakarot, Jessie, some very powerful Saiyans from another era have appeared, but their power is incredible. They were able to finish off each king completely in one blow. But Yamoshi would get out of control when observing Mayuki, since in his memories that queen had completely ended the life of his father, Kiryusi, the first Omega Saiyan god. Yamoshi rushed against Mayuki, but to his surprise, Mayuki would touch Yamoshi's face. You are Kira's son. You are identical to the father. I'm sorry for not being able to save him. What the hell are you talking about? It was you who ended her life. I see that you are completely wrong, since your father, the first Omega Saiyan, was able to save my life, sacrificing himself. That means that this whole trajectory, even mastering the Forbidden Ultra Instinct, has served absolutely nothing. Of course you're wrong, brother, because with the power we possess now, we have to finish off those evil Saiyans that the Second King tells us about completely. But behind them, two Saiyans would appear. What touching words. But it's a pity that you don't have enough power to stand up to us. They are nothing more than simple insects. But both Saiyans got down on one knee when observing Goku, while everyone was very amazed. Great Kakarot-sama, tell us, what is it that you do in this place? We'd understood that you'd be staying at the palace. Mayuki would remember the legend that was said millions of years ago, even before she became a queen of the whole, which was about a powerful warrior who possessed a tail as if it were a monkey. But the power he possessed was unreal. Even kings of the whole had been annihilated by one of the blows of that warrior, which was called Kakarot, the Saiyan Destroyer. I never thought that the Saiyan had a great kinship with the legendary Kakarot. But if it is called Kakarot in the same way, what's going on here? From the sky of the place, a powerful warrior had appeared in the battlefield. On this occasion, surprised Yamoshi and Jessie. If she is identical to the same Saiyan who was with Kakarot in the tournament, what happens to Zaiko and Kumber? Who do they kneel in front of? They should only do it before Kakarot. That's why we're on our knees, Kifuru-sama. You're not gonna fool me. You're a cheap copy. So Zaiko and Kumber, finish everyone else. I'll take care of this Saiyan. Jessie and Yamoshi, you face Kumber. He's the weakest Saiyan. And you, Mayuki and Bellin, face the other Saiyan. I plan to face this Saiyan. You're crazy. The power that emanates that Saiyan is even much more powerful than mine. I plan to give my life in this battle, so don't worry. Goku would begin to raise his power, in which his hair would also turn green. You really are not Kakarot, since he never used such a transformation, and your power besides his is a misery. You don't deserve to look like him. Goku would begin to exchange hundreds of blows with Kifura, but Kifura was only playing with Kakarot, while the other warriors, without trusting themselves in the slightest, had used their greatest powers to finish off the two Saiyans with a single attack. But they had run out of energy. Kifura would realize that his companions had been eliminated. I can't believe Zaiko and Kumber have been annihilated by you simple worms, but that happens to you by week. Thanks for everything, guys, but this is taken care of by me. Goku would throw a small sphere of energy, making all the warriors able to get out of that dimension. Now yes, how about taking a hit with all my strength? Goku would expel much more power than his body could handle. With that power, he won't be able to move. But without waiting to be hit, Goku was able to deliver a blow to Kifura's chest by completely going through her. Both of them would fall to the ground while Goku's internal system seemed to collapse. Hell,
Thanks to Kakarot-sama, who made me immortal. Otherwise I would have died already. But I want to know what's the difference.
Kefura would approach Goku's badly injured body, realizing that it was the same feeling, which would leave her surprised while the other warriors had landed on the planet of the Supremes. Yamoshi, along with Jesse and both Kings of the All, had landed on the planet of the Supremes, in which, in the same way, the beings of the Kingdom of the All, along with the warriors of Universe 7, were in that place gathered. But if it's Akumo, are they coming to finish us off? Father, it looks like they're coming from a big battle, as he has wounds all over his body. Damn it, we left Kakarot with that crazy woman. She had no chance at all. But if you are Daishanken, the son of Daiku-sama, my first priest. But if you are the Queen of All original, to what do I owe this pleasure? But why is she accompanied by that Saiyan? I don't know why Yamoshi has done in his past, but it's not time. A very old seal has been broken by breaking the seal of these Saiyans. What does Mayuki-sama mean by all that? The seal that you destroyed with the death of Zeno-sama has been linked to another seal from millions of years ago, and by breaking the seal, that seal has likewise disintegrated. It's a bit confusing, but I've understood. I'm glad to know that, as we will need all the power we have available, as we will be facing a being that even surpasses my own. With all the respect you deserve, how do you want us to deal with the power that even surpasses you? I'm able to observe everything that has happened, and I can notice how you and your god have raised their power in a great way with that slight training. Well, Mayuki means that we know that you can overcome your limits. We know that you're able to overcome the power that you possess. Trust in yourselves. That's right. I'm counting on you, and Daishanken, I have great confidence in you, since Daiku-sama always talked wonders about his firstborn. Rest assured that I'll not disappoint you, my lady. I'll do everything to exceed your expectations and become much more powerful. I'll train together with Daishanken and all the other angels. Okay, I will help the guy named Beerus and the warriors that are found all over his universe. What has happened to all the other universes? As far as I can tell, the liberated Saiyans have destroyed everything in their path, with the exception of Universe 7 being the ancient home of Kakarot. I'll train on my own, since I seem to have plenty in this place. Of course not. I know that you're a being that even surpasses the power of Zeno-sama, but I'm able to release all your hidden power. I appreciate your help, and I'll do whatever you ask, since our future and everything created depends on this battle. Meanwhile, with Kefura, she is already completely regenerated, being able to stand up, but she was still very confused because when she met Kakarot, he also called her Kefura. Kefura, when he was about to leave, a Saiyan with fur all over his body would arrive on the battlefield. My lady, what's happened to you? And who is that damn copy of Kakarot-sama? Damn, now I understand everything. This is not a copy of Kakarot. We have traveled to the past. This is the Kakarot of this time. What did my lady say? That's impossible. Gogeta, hold Kakarot and let's go immediately. Both warriors left where Kakarot was, but at the moment of arrival, the silver hair of a being very similar to Goku could be observed. But his essence radiated absolute evil. That's right, the power that this Kakarot possessed, that absolute evil. Gogeta, what the hell are you doing holding a trash? My Kakarot, the trash you mean? You're yourself, but from the past I don't know what has happened. We have gone back in time. No, Kefura, we haven't gone back in time because we, being able to break space-time, and that seal being destroyed, have fallen into this timeline. Kakarot would move closer to Goku. How pathetic you are, and that kind heart? Of course I recognize it's me. Goku, with a big jump, would take a little distance and release all that power he had collected in the course of the trip. So this guy's a counterpart of me, but if I leave him alive, I know he'll end up with everything I want and love, so I can't leave him alive. You're trash. If you promise to be my slave, I promise to not end your life. In case you refuse, I'll make you suffer as you have not the slightest idea. Goku, without caring about Kakarot's words, he would accede to the Forbidden Ultra Instinct, with which he launched himself against Kakarot with all his power. Gogeta was about to intervene, being stopped by Kefura.
Don't worry, Kakarot. He wants to check the power that counterpart of himself possesses.
Goku, with his maximum power, threw millions of blows that even for Daishinken, it would be impossible to dodge all of them. But for Kakarot, it was simple child's play. That's right, Kakarot's power was so great that Goku's speed seemed that of a simple child. Kakarot, with a simple movement, was able to send Goku flying with 100 of wound all over his body.
Hell, I plan to hit him with all my might. I won't let him make fun of me.
Goku would activate the Kaioken increased to 500 times, with which his bones were broken. That's right, but he was able to connect a powerful blow which sent Kakarot flying to a part of the universe, observing how he had destroyed that planet with a simple impact.
Miserable. You don't know how many millions of years have passed for a guy to be able to beat me. Now I'll torture you.
Kakarot, with his great power, was able to create several strands of energy of a red color, with which he was able to neutralize Goku and tie hundreds of energy chains to his body, which caused an immense power to Goku.
You better kill me, because when I'm able to free myself, rest assured that I'll end your miserable life. You'll never be able to free yourself from this eternal torture, so you better get used to all this pain.
Goku's screams could be heard all over that space. That's right, Goku was being tortured in an incredible way. Meanwhile, in the 12 universes, Yamoshi, along with all the angels, started with a rigorous training. Being that we will face, it surprises everything we know. I ask for an apology for everything I did in the tournament, and to you, Priest, an apology for everything that happened hundreds of years ago. It's amazing that a being like you, who's arrogant, apologizes. Apparently the warrior that we're going to face is really powerful. That's right, since his power is able to eliminate us with only one of his fingers, we'll have to raise all our power.
My other brothers and I have decided to merge. They will all join my body, and when this warrior is over, we will return to normal.
Excellent. With that, I imagine that will increase their power in a way never seen before. A great pentagram would be formed in which all the angels began to join the body of Whis, which at the moment would expel a gigantic power, with which he was able to bring Daishinken to his knees, which left Yamoshi very surprised by the brutal increase in power. It's amazing how the fusion of all the angels has created a powerful warrior.
No, Yamoshi, as I explained before, they have joined me. I still keep my body.
No, I can't breathe. How is it possible that the pressure of all the angels together are able to completely bend me? Whis would decrease his pressure considerably so that the great priest was able to move freely. However, it was not so simple for him. Father, that's all I can decrease my pressure since I'm not used to this power. I cannot decrease it anymore. This workout will be hell. I won't be able to do anything. I feel like even though I don't have so much pressure on me, my bodies are fracturing. It's better to train under pressure since all cuerpos have the gift of adaptation. I know you'll not die, Daishinken. I trust you. Meanwhile, with all the royal Mayuki and Belion, both all kings were equally having a great workout along with Beerus, Gohan, Vegeta, and Piccolo.
Hey Saiyans, don't you think it's better to integrate those two Saiyans to the training?
No, of course not. Although the blood of the warrior race runs through their body, they're simple children. The multiverse has changed so much, since as a child I had to face much more powerful beings to be able to survive.
Mayuki-sama, one question. Don't you know where my father is? I know where Kakarot hasn't died. I can still feel it. I trust them.
I understand how you must feel, Jesse, but it's something practically impossible, since the power of that Saiyan even surpassed me, the first queen at all.
Mayuki, you possess an eye similar to mine. Try to feel the visual interference. With the power of Kakarot, even I'm able to feel it.
Mayuki, without any hope, would try what Jessie had told her, but to her surprise, was able to feel Goku's presence and even feel a little of his pain, because at that moment, he vomited a little blood. What happened? Are you feeling alright?
Jesse, you are right. Kakarot is still alive, but he's being tortured. I don't know how he's able to endure so much, since I was only able to feel slightly of what to do with him.
That warrior named Goku is incredible, since even Mayuki was said to possess the most resistant body of all the multiverses.
That's right, the resistance that Goku possesses is incredible.
Kakarot, don't go and die. Bear up. You're one of the most powerful warriors, so I trust you, insect. Returning to the place where all the other Saiyans were, we could observe Goku very badly injured, while incredible amounts of blood were coming out of his body.
You really are amazing, but I don't have to be impressed since you're like me, and I would never give up. I hope you enjoy every torture you're giving me, because very soon all this will be alive. Ha ha ha! You dare to threaten me? Do you want me to kill you in front of your loved ones? If you do that, rest assured that your death will be a gift, since I'll never finish with you. I'll torture you 1,000 times more aggressive than this. That's interesting. Well, I'm curious. We've already given several months for them to prepare, so it's time. My lord, do you want me to open the dimension? That's right, Gogeta. It's time to enter the 12 universes. When we get there, I want the first universe they blow up to be Universe 7. I don't want them to leave any worms alive. Gogeta, with a large part of her power, was able to open the portal through which everyone would come out. At the moment of arrival, all the planets of the 12 universes began to tremble with an incredible power, so much so that even some of them even exploded. So Hannah decided to come out of that dimension because we have become very powerful in the same way. Jesse, without waiting a second more, would quickly head towards where they were releasing that incredible power. Yamoshi would try to stop her, but it was impossible for him since the Supreme was releasing a large part of his hidden power. Hell, apparently I won't be able to release all my hidden potential. Don't worry, Yamoshi, everyone else will go, so focus on releasing all the power, as you will be of great use. All the warriors at incredible speeds were coming to the center of the 12 universes. Jessie, when she arrived, was able to observe Goku in terrible condition. I swear I'll kill you! It doesn't matter that I'll have to die. I see you have several beings that are approaching. Don't worry, I'll let those garbage arrive to exterminate them in one attack. Kakarot would wait patiently while everyone else arrived at the battlefield. But the moment of Whis' arrival, a gigantic power was perceived in all universes. So long no see, Whis. I see you've been able to push your limits like an angel. I know you're not the Goku I train, so you better be prepared to die. That hurts, Whis. Very soon you'll know the truth. Gogeta, let's start the attack. As my lady orders, today we'll annihilate the divine world. And that's how both sides began to raise their power to the maximum, with which everyone was destroyed. The Supreme Planet was about to be destroyed, but Beerus would stand in front of the planet. I'll protect this planet. Release the power of Yamoshi. Beerus would expel a large part of his power, with which he was able to withstand that great expansion of energy. The mighty Beerus was even willing to give his life so that Yamoshi would be able to unlock all his hidden power. Flashback. I don't trust you. You tried to destroy all of us, but now you want to collaborate? If you have to die, I'll let you die. You are right. I wanted to end the whole divine kingdom for a revenge which made no sense. And I understand, but I'll give my life for you. And flashback. Which stupid man has not kept his word? And I intend to keep mine. I'll give my life for the world which I wanted to destroy. Yamoshi, the explosion that occurred a few minutes ago was of a tremendous size. I don't think I will endure another one of that magnitude. How long do you need? Resist, Beerus. There's not much time left. Please bear. But from all the distant universe, a second explosion could be observed. That's right, Kakarot on this occasion would try to destroy all the 12 universes without any exception. This would be a dignified death, dying so that a Saiyan's able to protect everything existing. I'll be remembered as a legend. Beerus would expel all his power to contain the explosion as long as possible, but he was consumed in a matter of seconds. But as the explosion was about to reach him, Yamoshi would stand in front of Beerus, spreading all the explosion of both. I told you I'd give my life for every being in this world. Stupid. My life's worth nothing. You have to release all your hidden power. How do you think I was able to evade all that explosion? Beerus, powerful and respected god, would you give me the honor to fight by my side? I hope you're able to keep up with me. Yamoshi would help to recover each of the energies of Beerus. At the moment, both warriors would quickly go to the battlefield, observing a being similar to Goku on a throne. Observing everything, while two Saiyans were able to humiliate all the other warriors. Even Whis and Daishankin, the most powerful warriors, seemed to be humiliated. Yamoshi, furious, would raise his power to the maximum, which would catch Gogeta's attention, quickly granting a blow to Vegeta and Gohan, coming to exchange blows with Yamoshi. So you're the most powerful than the other Saiyans. so I want to face you.
While Kefura, he was able to face all the other warriors without any difficulty.
But Goku, where is he? Since I understand that that warrior who's sitting on that throne's Kakarot.
That man is able to steal Goku in order to have a very old seal, and he swallowed it.
I know what they think, that my counterpart's their only salvation, and I partly believe it, and I'm not gonna take any risks whatsoever.
Mr. Beerus, we must free Mr. Goku from that seal, because if he's able to take the Forbidden Ultra Instinct to a higher level, I know that he could do something against these guys.
But how will we know that, Whis? We need an overwhelming force.
That's right, but at along that moment, Daishinkan would communicate with both of them mentally, as Daishinkan along with Gohan and Vegeta were facing Kefura.
I plan to be the hook. Channel all your power in my right fist. I have Thinker to give my life so that Son Goku's able to return to the fight. And the two entirely original kings.
One of them left in search for some situation to free Mr. Goku, while Mayuki is on the planet over there in very bad condition.
Hell, we have no choice, but let's do it!
Beerus, along with Whis, began to channel all their power, and the fist of Daishinkan, which, feeling as his body was becoming much slower due to the excess of power, with a powerful blow was able to send Kefura flying by catching her off guard.
0 point!
Said technique was able to make Daishinkan invisible for about 10 milliseconds, and it was enough time for a being with the speed of Daishinkan. When the technique was cut, everyone was able to observe how Daishinkan was brutally dismembered by Kakarot, which had great suffering.
I don't know how you've been able to grant me a hit, but you'll pay with it for your life.
But at that moment, a gigantic power would be released in front of Kakarot, saving Daishinkan. That's right, the snatched plan of the deities had turned out.
Damn you! I'm not going to leave you alive! And after you destroyed my entire universe, why did you do it? Aren't you a version of me? Do you really want to know? Okay, I'll tell you about it.
Millions of years ago, Goku, in the same way, won the Tournament of Power, reaching the Ultra Instinct. I revived all the universes, but those damned ones, they sought to betray me. They preferred to end my life. The damn god Belmont from Universe 11 had my whole family, so I decided to leave. But at the moment, I was attacked by my own children. While I fell to the ground, everyone mocked me. Kefura from Universe 13 tried to save myself, but in the same way, I fell on the battlefield. I gave the perfect opportunity to run away. Since then, I was able to become so powerful that the next time I had them in front of me, I ended up with my whole family, my whole universe, and I was ending universe after universe until I destroyed Daishinkan's Mandito. But the king of the whole of that timeline was able to seal me and my other Saiyan warriors.
Now I understand. When Goku asked for Zeno-sama to be eliminated, in a twin timeline your seal was also broken. That's why I plan to end each and every one of those bastards. Better you, Goku, join me, because in very short time these people you protect today will turn their backs on you.
Jessie would put her hand on Goku's shoulder. Goku, we would never turn our back on you. I'm not asking you to trust us, but we trust you, and you have all our loyalty.
Damn insect you are, and will be my biggest rival, just like my best friend. It's a pity what happened to you, but that's not why you had to destroy more timelines which had no business.
Although sometimes I disagree with Kakarot's action, I'll always be on his side.
My lord, you have given me new opportunity. I was betrayed in the same way to my being able to be so great, but you rescued me. In that case, on the attack, I'll take care of my annoying counterpart.
Everyone threw themselves against each other. That's right, everything seemed to be like a pitched battle. The kings of all surrounded and also joined the battle. But Kefura, by taking the battle much more seriously, would access the Ultra Instinct, leaving everyone surprised by the power he was able to release. Kefura, with a single blow, was able to end Gohan's life, while Vegeta was able to be on the verge of death because Gohan had sacrificed himself for Vegeta.
Damn, Gohan. I told you to stay out of it. I swear I'll avenge Gohan.
Furious Vegeta launched himself against Kefura, but he was not able to do anything before that powerful Saiyan. Vegeta would be brutally beaten, falling to a rock that was in space. Kefura, me being the first queen of all, I want you to face me. I swear I'll give all my power and my soul to end your existence. Do you want to end my existence for the simple fact that I do not agree with your follow-up?
Of course not. And from what I've heard, you committed the crime of traveling between different timelines. I can't afford that. I will exterminate you.
I want you to try, damn it. Both women began to give an incredible battle, which it was very incredible. The rumor was that the shoulder was much more powerful, did not apply to both women, which, with that, each of their fists even cracked the same dimension. Goku and Kakarot would stare at each other.
I have to push my body to the limit one more time.
Goku would access his transformation again, which went far beyond the forbidden Ultra Instinct. That's right, his hair would turn a green color again, while Kakarot would access the Ultra Instinct, both beginning to clash their fists. But the difference of powers was clear, since Kakarot was able to dominate every exchange of blows, while Goku spat blood of excess.
I'm ready. I want to get my body used to the pain. Now.
Goku was able to access the Ultra Instinct in the same way, but the power was emanated was much greater than normal. But to this, Goku would do something crazy.
Body resists the power of a Saiyan. Kaioken increased 1,000 times.
Goku, when activating the technique, several of his bones would completely break, and despite all the pain he felt without caring, he threw himself in front of Kakarot, who was only able to see something coming towards him, trying to cover up, but when Goku's fist hit his forearm, Goku's fist had destroyed Kakarot's entire arm. Being sent flying millions of kilometers, Gogeta, watching as his king was hit in such a way, increased his power to the limit by putting himself in front of Goku trying to stop him. But Goku, wasting no time, would annihilate him with a blow from the dragon, leaving no trace of Gogeta. He really is Kakarot, as his power continues to rise in an incredible way. Kakarot would come out of a planet, expelling an unreal power. So much was the expulsion of his power that, on this occasion, everything around him seemed to tremble. But Goku, without any fear, would begin to approach Kakarot, which his aura radiated a fearsome fire. Both were face to face. Without mediating words, they began the last combat. That's right, what they didn't know was that the true and authentic father of the Saiyans was watching everything that happened. Even this one had fur all over her body, as well as a few signs all over her.
That bastard who calls himself Kakarot has pure evil in his heart. His counterpart is not able to do anything. I will have to intervene.
The father of the Saiyans would continue to observe their incredible battle that was taking place. Kakarot, in the moment, was able to hit a big blow on Goku's stomach, but Goku, without any pain, connected a blow on Kakarot's chest, completely opening it.
You're defeated. With an injury, you won't be able to fight again. Ha ha ha. It's a pity. Do you remember when you were able to dare me in this same way? We possess the gift of immortality.
That's right, Kakarot's chest would completely regenerate.
I told you, you won't be able to beat me, so you join me, and let's rule everything that's rightfully belonging to us.
Kakarot was sent to fly with a blow, while Goku granted millions of blows to Kakarot, but no matter how much damage he did, he was not able to end his life. On the contrary, Kakarot would begin to get used to Goku's blows.
It's time to go to that universe. His opposite party won't be able to do anything. Even I don't know that he was immortal.
The World King of the Saiyans and the Father would begin to enter the multiverse of Zeno-sama, while Goku on this occasion was tortured really.
I offer you a chance to rule by my side, but you turned it down. Now you'll die.
Everyone else tried to come to his aid, as his screams were able to be heard by all the universes. But it was useless, as Kefura would stand in front of everyone else. I'm the second king of all. I self-destruct, but I take you with me, damn it. Bellion, with his great speed, would take Kefura, starting to channel all his power to destroy himself. But Kefura, without any compassion, was able to create a small explosion, which for Bellion was deadly.
You won't be able to do anything against us.
But when everything seemed lost, that's right, the powerful Emperor Ozaru would make his appearance, cutting off even the air of everyone present. That's right, with the simple fact of being on the spot, he was able to subdue Kakarot and Kefura.
What the hell is this? Who are you? I'm the true father of the Saiyans, and I've come all this way to end your pathetic life, or rather seal you, so that your counterpart does not share your fate. So the real Emperor Ozaru did exist.
That existence, as if it were a game, would seal Kakarot and Kefura again, while with a simple snap of his fingers was able to make everything return to normal, even reviving all the fallen warriors on the battlefield. But he hadn't finished anything yet, since Kakarot wouldn't let himself be sealed so easily. Moment when both warriors were fighting a battle that could change the fate of Earth, this being who presented himself as Bahamut's henchman, this dark entity with a humanoid shape but a bird's head, was going to be surprised by the abilities of the Saiyan warriors. In the middle of the combat, of all the show of strength between both warriors and this dark being, Takami, with a confused face but confident that his strength was far superior to that of these earthly warriors, thought, "I'm amazed at the strength these earthly beings possess. I guess they deserve to know who'll kill them." Then at that moment he told them with a malevolent smile, he said, "I've been surprised by warriors. That's why they deserve to know my name. I'm Takami, sacred god of darkness, follower of the supreme god Bahamut." Goku, very surprised of what he's hearing, said, "More gods? This sounds very dangerous and it's exciting." "Bug, shut up! The life of this planet's at risk, and you get excited about a being that's very powerful." The speed of the combat accelerated as Goku and Vegeta pounced on Takami. The energy in the air became dense, vibrating with the intensity of the impending confrontation. Takami, with his dark aura, stood his ground, disdainfully watching the approaching Saiyans. "Do you think you have a chance against the power of darkness? Ha 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 ha!" Goku and Vegeta continued their advance, wasting no time in unnecessary words. In the blink of an eye, they were in front of Takami, unleashing a gale of blows. Takami, with surprising agility, dodged many of the attacks, but some managed to land, demonstrating the strength of the Saiyans. "Don't underestimate the power of a Saiyan!" "Come on, God of Darkness, show us what you can do!" Takami responded to the challenge, unleashing his own fury. His speed and combat skills were amazing, deflecting the blows of Goku and Vegeta with subtle movements. The battle turned into a whirlwind of punches, kicks, and ki blasts, lighting up the sky with flashes of light and darkness. "Ha ha 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 ha! They're just insects in front of the power of eternal darkness!" Goku in his base state and Vegeta, with their pride as the Saiyan Prince, continued to put pressure on Takami. However, as the battle progressed, Takami began to reveal more of his true power. His dark aura intensified, and his form subtly changed, revealing a transformation that increased his power exponentially. "This can't be good." Goku, always excited for a challenge, added, "Vegeta, get ready! This is getting interesting." Takami's increased power created an overwhelming pressure on the battlefield. His speed increased dramatically, and his strength eclipsed that of the Saiyans. However, Goku and Vegeta were not intimidated. With determination, they raised their own power of levels, taking the battle to new heights. The fighting continued with swift attacks and explosions shaking the battlefield. Goku and Vegeta, now in more advanced forms, kept up the pace, challenging Takami at every turn. However, despite his efforts, the sacred god of darkness proved to be a formidable adversary. "This is entertaining, but your resistance is useless. The darkness consumes everything." Goku and Vegeta, without giving up, exchanged determined glances. "Vegeta, it's time to go further!" "Huh, of course, Kakarot." As Chaos and Ten Shin Han rushed to warn the other Z warriors, the confrontation between Goku, Vegeta, and Takami entered a new level of intensity. The struggle for the fate of the universe was in full swing. A cosmic battle was raging on planet Earth, where darkness and light collided in a frantic dance of energy. Goku and Vegeta, the brave Saiyans, were facing Takami, the Falcon, sacred god of darkness. The intensity of the combat resonated in the universe, and every movement threatened to tear reality itself apart. Takami, who had increased his power, floated in the air with an imposing presence and dark aura. His eyes glowed with malice as he watched the Saiyans, who stood firm, prepared to defend their fate of the planet. In response to their enemies' increased power, Goku and Vegeta channeled their ki to the maximum, raising their power to the Super Saiyan. "Vegeta, this guy's strong, but that only means that this fight will be even better." "Huh, of course, Kakarot. This is our time to shine." The planet Earth vibrated with the energy released by the three contenders. The distant stars seemed to pale before the magnitude of the conflict. The clouds were dissipated by such a demonstration of power. Takami, with his increased speed, lunged at Goku with a darkness-laden punch. Goku, using his elasticity and quickness, dodged gracefully, leaving a trail of flashes around him by the speed at which Takami was lashing out with his nigh-speed punches. Vegeta, with a burst of ki, stepped between Goku and Takami, blocking an attack that would have been devastating his fellow Saiyan. The shockwave from the collision sent debris in all directions. I expected nothing less from you, sacred god of darkness. Takami defiantly unleashed a series of dark blasts towards Goku and Vegeta. The Saiyans responded with perfect timing, countering each attack with precise strikes and energy waves. The scene looked like a combat symphony, where every movement was choreographed with divine precision. Goku, with a twinkle in his eye, concentrated his energy on his hands. A bluish sphere of energy began to form, growing in size and luminosity. Vegeta, observing the familiar technique, smiled as he recognized the power that Goku was summoning. A colossal energy wave fired by Goku shot through the sky like lightning, hitting Takami squarely. However, the darkness was absorbing the energy, and the Falcon emerged unscathed, laughing disdainfully. Is that all you have, Saiyan? While Goku was recovering from the effort of his attack, Vegeta launched himself at Takami with supersonic speed. His fist slammed into the Dark God, creating a shockwave that shook the air. However, Takami responded with a burst of energy that sent Vegeta backwards. Ah! Damn, this guy's stronger than I thought. Goku, recovering, joined the battle again. Both Saiyans, aware that they were facing a formidable enemy, decided that it was time to take the fight to the next level. Vegeta, how about we show what we can really do? Of course, Kakarot. Let's do it. Goku and Vegeta began to accumulate energy around them. The atmosphere was charged with an intensity of their ki as they unleashed their advanced forms. Goku transformed into the Super Saiyan Blue, while Vegeta assumed his evolved form, the evolved Blue Super Saiyan. Are they taking each other seriously now? Goku and Vegeta, with their new forms, advanced towards Takami with renewed determination. The speed and strength of the Saiyans were now incomparable. The impacts resounded like cosmic thunder, creating a symphony of destruction in the sky. The battle became even more intense. Goku and Vegeta, coordinating their movements, attacked Takami with an impressive combination of techniques and melee attacks. The Falcon, despite its power, was overwhelmed by the ferocity of the Saiyans. Final Flash! The bursts of energy, one blue and one golden, converged into a titanic explosion that engulfed Takami. Light and darkness mixed in a burst of dazzling colors. However, when the explosion dissipated, Takami emerged once more, his form slightly battered, but his determination intact. His power is awesome, but I'm a god. The darkness cannot be defeated so easily. Goku and Vegeta, without giving up, continued the offensive. The speed of his combat reached levels that defied comprehension. Punches and kicks were exchanged in a split second, creating a glow of cosmic collisions. Big Bang Attack! Kaioken 20 times! The energy exploded again, shaking the sky with its fury. However, Takami, with his divine resistance, withstood the attacks. The battle raged across the cosmos, with the warriors disappearing and reappearing in flashes of light and shadow. In the middle of the struggle, Goku and Vegeta began to feel an overwhelming pressure. Takagami's darkness seemed to expand, defying even the limits of the most powerful Saiyans. Reality itself was twisting under the influence of dark energy. This darkness is incredibly strong. We can't back down now, Kakarot. We must get over this. Both Saiyans raised their powers even more. The fight reached a new peak of intensity. The Saiyan was exploding like fireworks in the vastness of the night sky, lighting up the darkness with flashes of determination and defiance. Takagami, at the epicenter of the storm, smiled ominously. Now you'll see the true power of eternal darkness. The universe trembled as the battle reached its climax. The warriors were fighting for the fate of everything they knew, and the question that lingered in space was whether the light of the Saiyans could overcome the darkness of the sacred god. The planet Earth rumbled with the intensity of the cosmic battle. Goku and Vegeta, drenched in sweat, maintained their advanced forms as they prepared for Takagami's next assault. Darkness was emanating from his figure, but something seemed out of place. The Dark God's skin had a grayish hue, as if he had not yet completed the possession of its wearer. Takagami, with a guttural laugh, seemed to notice the perplexity in the Saiyan's expressions. "Surprise, Saiyans? I've not yet revealed all my power." Goku and Vegeta exchanged puzzled looks. Something was not right, and both warriors felt it. At that moment, Takagami convulsed. A new form shook, as if he was fighting against something. An invisible force seemed to pull at him from within. "No, I haven't taken complete control yet!" Suddenly, a burst of dark energy enveloped Takagami, hiding him from view. The Saiyans were on guard, prepared for any surprise. Their energy in the air became denser, as if the cosmos itself was on the verge of transformation. "What's going on?" Before they could form any more questions, the dark energy dispersed, revealing Takagami's true form. However, what they saw took their breath away. At the moment of arriving at his true form, he let himself see the body he was possessing. This body was Yamcha's. Once the warriors saw that, Takagami completed his bird-headed humanoid form, but now the true form of the sacred god of destruction was clearly revealed. The falcon's head was clearly shown, with a defined musculature but a thin body, wearing blue Egyptian clothes with gold bracelets and a gold necklace. Huge wings which disappeared and appeared at their whim. Now Takagami had something going for him. He was playing against the Saiyan warriors. Not only should he defeat them, but they should also avoid harming Yamcha. "That's what Yamcha looks like!" Takagami's rumbling laughter filled the space. Now completely in possession of Yamcha's body, the Dark God was displaying a malevolent smile. "That's right, Saiyans. This weak body belongs to me now." Vegeta gritted his teeth furiously. "Damn it! How dare you possess one of us? It's not just one Saiyan. Soon all of you will become Baumut puppets." The reality of the situation hit Goku and Vegeta, but the force of the cosmic impact, the dark entity they were facing, was not only a dark god, but also had the power of possessing earthling warriors. Yamcha, now inside the sacred god of darkness, did not have any sign of consciousness. The god had taken control of his being completely. "Ha ha ha ha! There's no escape. Baumut will be released, and this universe will fall into eternal darkness." Goku and Vegeta shared a determined look. They knew the threat was even greater now. Not only were they fighting a dark god, they were also faced the possibility of losing their friends and allies in this fight. "Vegeta, we have to find a way to free Yamcha and stop Takagami." "Of course, Kakarot. But first, we have to deal with this dark god." The battle continued, but now the situation was more desperate. Takagami, with Yamcha's body, unleashed an unstoppable fury. The Saiyans struggled not only against eternal darkness, but also against the weight of facing one of their own companions. Explosions of energy lit up the sky, but the inner struggle of Goku and Vegeta was equally intense. Every blow, every burst of ki resonated with the promise of freeing Yamcha and saving the universe from the threat of Baumut. But Takagami wasn't going to give up so easily. "Do you think you could beat one of the World Eater's henchmen?" The dark energy intensified in the ultimate form of the sacred god of darkness. Now, the freedom to be able to use all his power launched relentless attacks. Goku and Vegeta, with their advanced forms, were fighting with all their might, but the darkness had a firm grip. The struggle dragged on. Every moment seemed like an eternity. Yamcha, although he was just a contender for Takagami, at one point during the fight showed signs of pain on his face. It was as if his very essence was fighting against the darkness that was consuming her. "Yamcha, hold on! Let's get you out of this!" But Goku's words were lost in the storm. Takagami, with a maniacal laugh, continued his assault. The Earth, witness of this cosmic conflict, trembled before the magnitude of the confrontation between light and darkness. Somewhere far away, Chaos and Ten Shinhan, after alerting the other Z warriors about the threat, returned to the battlefield. Seeing the situation, Ten Shinhan's face filled with fury as Chaos clenched his fist determinedly. "Takagami, I'll make sure you pay for this!" Both warriors joined the fight, but even with their abilities, facing a dark god who possessed one of his own would not be so easy. The battle turned into a desperate struggle to face Yamcha and stop Bahamut before he was released. During the chaos, Goku and Vegeta shared a look of determination. The darkness could be powerful, but the light of the Saiyans would shine even in the darkest moments. The battle for the fate of the universe was far from over, and Earth's heroes were ready to face any challenges that stood in their way. Taking a trip to the past, one day before the strange artifact was impregnated into Goku's chest, after rescuing his son Goten, Yamcha, oblivious to the imminent danger that was coming, was exploring an ancient Egyptian pyramid during an archaeological expedition. The atmosphere was charged with mystery and the promise of amazing discoveries. Deep inside the pyramid, Yamcha stumbled upon an ancient artifact that was glowing with a dim light. It was an Egyptian bracelet decorated with intricate hieroglyphs. Fascinated by her beauty and attracted by an inexplicable force, Yamcha could not resist and placed the bracelet on his wrist. The moment the bracelet touched his skin, a strange sensation enveloped Yamcha. It was not painful or threatening, but rather captivating. An ancestral connection was established between the earthly warrior and the Egyptian artifact. What Yamcha didn't know was that this artifact contained an ancient power linked to the age of gods and legends. As the light from the bracelet merged with Yamcha, an ancient presence awoke. It was the essence of an ancient god that was lying asleep inside the artifact. However, this being was neither malevolent nor benevolent. It was simply an ancestral force seeking to join a mortal existence, or at least that was what Yamcha felt at that moment. The god, by merging with Yamcha, granted him abilities and knowledge beyond his comprehension. Yamcha felt with a strength and connection to the story itself. The fusion, although puzzling at first, resulted in a unique symbiosis between the earthly warrior and the divine entity. Yamcha didn't know what the bracelet actually was. Returning to the battle, every moment became more challenging for Goku and Vegeta and the earthly warriors. Takami, now completely liberated, unleashed a destructive force that tested even the most powerful Saiyans. In an effort to turn the tide of the battle, Ten Shinhan and Chaos joined the fight. Both warriors, aware of the threat possessed by Takami, threw themselves into the fray bravely. His unique skills and determination added a new dynamic to the conflict, but even with his intervention, the darkness persisted. Ten Shinhan, keep the pressure on. We cannot allow this darkness to take over our world. Ten Shinhan nodded, concentrating his energy on coordinated attacks with Goku and Vegeta. Despite their combined efforts, Takami remained a relentless adversary. As the battle reached its peak, Goku and Vegeta, exhausted but without losing their determination, shared a look of mutual understanding. They knew they needed an extra power to face Takami at his finest. Instantly, an idea crossed their minds of the Saiyan's fusion. Vegeta, I know it's not something you prefer, but I think it's our only option. I don't like to admit it, Kakarot, but I agree with you. If we want to stop this monster, we need all the power we can get. Both warriors assumed the necessary postures to perform the fusion dance. The energy of Goku and Vegeta intertwined in a brilliant flash, and within seconds, an entirely new warrior emerged. Gogeta in his base form, the supremely powerful fusion of the two Saiyans. It seems the occasion requires it. Now, Takami, get ready. So you think a ridiculous fusion will be able to stand up to my power? Gogeta rushed towards Takami with amazing speed. The matchup that followed was an unmatched display of skills. Gogeta dodged Takami's attacks with grace, fighting back with overwhelming force. However, the darkness that enveloped the Dark God proved to be a formidable challenge. During the intense battle, Ten Shinhan and Chaos continued to bravely fight, but the price of a confrontation was already becoming apparent. Takami, taking advantage of the distraction, launched a devastating attack that left Ten Shinhan and Chaos seriously injured. Goku and Vegeta, seeing their companions in danger, felt a surge of rage. Gogeta redoubled his efforts, attacking with renewed ferocity. However, Takami, aware of the situation, diverted his attention to Ten Shinhan and Chaos. Feeling the despair, Saiyans? Soon this world will witness its end. Goku and Vegeta, full of rage and determination, increased their speed. They knew they needed to do something before Takami carried out his threats. The battle reached its climax when Gogeta launched a massive attack on Takami, seeking to break his resistance. However, the darkness surrounding Takami intensified, revealing a surprise resistance. It was then that Ten Shinhan and Chaos, still on the ground, exchanged a determined look. They knew that whatever they had to do to give Gogeta a chance to defeat Takami.
Goku, Vegeta, you need time. I'll take care of holding this monster.
I'll come with you, Tenshinhan. Together we'll be the barrier they need. Goku and Vegeta, although reluctant to lose their friends, went at full speed to avoid what they had in mind.
Don't do it, Tenshinhan! Chaos!
Tenshinhan and Chaos stood up, ignoring the pain coursing through their bodies. With determination, they faced Takami, resisting his attacks with all their might. Gogeta, seeing the situation, understood the magnitude of the sacrifice they were making.
We cannot disappoint this sacrifice. We have to win this.
While Tenshinhan and Chaos bravely fought Takami, Gogeta continued his assault with the intensity intact. The battle was taking place on two fronts, with the Earth Warriors sacrificing themselves to provide the necessary opening. Goku and Vegeta, as he approached, their hearts were filled with sorrow and gratitude towards Tenshinhan and Chaos. Gogeta, with supersonic speed, approached the scene where Tenshinhan and Chaos were bravely facing Takami. His gaze reflected the mixture of determination and regret, knowing that the sacrifices of his teammates were the key to victory.
Hold on a little longer, guys. Let's put an end to this.
The Saiyan fusion advanced towards Takami, who, upon seeing Gogeta's arrival, stopped attacking Tenshinhan and Chaos to confront the fused warrior. The intensity of the battle reached a new level, with attacks and counterattacks echoing across the battlefield. Tenshinhan, with his remaining strength, took advantage of that distraction to hold Takami with all his strength, preventing him from moving freely. His face showed determination and resignation at the same time.
Chaos, this is your chance. Make every second I hold this monster worth it.
Chaos, next to Tenshinhan, nodded weakly. His body showed the ravages of the battle, but his eyes were shining with all the will to do the duty.
Tenshinhan is right, Gogeta. The light will always prevail over the darkness. Remember that. Goku, Vegeta, take care of our world. This is our last act.
At that moment, Chaos accumulated an immense amount of energy to sacrifice himself. Gogeta, who was very close, were hit by the shock wave of the explosion. Gogeta, recovering from the impact, looked at the place where his companions were with solemnly.
Your sacrifice will not be in vain. I promise.
After what happened, Gogeta raised his head and with an uncontrollable anger increased his ki in such a way that he made the battlefield rumble, making the stones that were in the place fly, making Takami retreat only with the gusts of air that expanded from his being. In a panning from head to toe, we managed to see Gogeta's transformation in Super Saiyan Blue Phase 4, which showed the essence of Ozaru as a kind of aura in blue color, and a more controlled but much more powerful version, a transformation never seen, since they were not able to coordinate their powers to be able to reach said transformation. As Gogeta's energy transformed into a surprising and controlled version of Super Saiyan Blue Stage 4, a brilliant blue essence of Ozaru manifested around him, revealing unparalleled potency. The cosmic landscape trembled before the magnitude of this new form. Goku and Vegeta, witness of this unique transformation, were filled with amazement and determination. It was evident that Gogeta was reaching a level of power never seen before, fusing the essence of Super Saiyan Blue with Ozaru's formidable presence flawlessly. Gogeta, in his new form, turned an intense gaze towards Takami, whose expression of confidence was overshadowed by surprise. The battle, far from having come to an end, was just beginning in this new phase. The universe was waiting for the outcome of this epic confrontation, where light and darkness collided in a cosmic dance. The promise of a new dawn loomed on the horizon, but the price of triumph was uncertain. Gogeta floated in the sky, surrounded by the imposing energy of his new form. The stars seemed to pale before the intensity of his blue radiance, as Takami recovered from the initial impact and adopted a defensive posture.
What kind of transformation is this? This is the power of those who fight for something greater than themselves.
With a flash, Gogeta disappeared, appearing in front of Takami in the blink of an eye. The clash of their fists created shockwaves that shook the battlefield. Gogeta's speed and strength were unmatched, surpassing even Takagami's ability to anticipate his blows. Gogeta and Takami exchanged blows and energy blasts at breakneck speed. Each impact resounded like cosmic thunder, creating an epic symphony on planet Earth.
Your attempt to revive your so-called gods ends here, Takami.
But you're a bug in the face of the greatness of my power. In an instant, Gogeta unleashed a burst of concentrated energy, enveloping Takagami in a whirlwind of light and force. When the light dissipated, Takagami emerged unharmed, but with a more serious expression. Interesting, but not enough. The battle was reaching cosmic levels, with ripples of energy spreading across the far reaches of the universe. Meanwhile, the other Z warriors watched the sky, appreciating Gogeta's great power of display and Takagami's resilience and viciousness. The roar of battle echoed in every corner of the universe. Gogeta and Takagami, wrapped in an endless dance of energy, continued their titanic confrontation. Space twisted and trembled under the influence of their powers, creating distortions itself. Bursts of energy expanded like lightning, illuminating the darkness of the night sky with dazzling flashes. Each blow between the two contenders seemed to release an explosion of energy that spread in concentric waves, setting the frantic pace of the cosmic battle. Away from the battlefield, the others watched in anguish and admiration. Bulma, with a mixture of fear and hope in her eyes, clung to the hope that Gogeta would prevail.
Come on, Gogeta, you must win! For all of us!
Meanwhile, on the battlefield, Gogeta and Takagami continued their fierce exchange. Determination burned in Gogeta's eyes, while Takagami maintained a defiant smile, though his expression hid a growing unease.
This is for the price you pay for defying the peace of the universe!
With a swift movement, Gogeta vanished and reappeared behind Takagami, launching an energy-charged punch straight at his back. But Takagami, anticipating, quickly spun around and blocked the attack with the dark energy shield.
Haha! Is that all you got?
In response, Gogeta intensified his assault, unleashing a continuous flurry of punches and kicks. Each impact resounded like thunder. But Takagami, though outmatched in speed, resisted with his dark power, countering the attacks with deft movements. During the scuttle, Takagami took advantage of the prevalent moment of openness and opened up a launched energy bolt straight for Gogeta's chest. The resulting explosion shook the universe and Gogeta was thrown backwards, leaving a trail of blue energy.
Is that all hope can do?
Gogeta recovered quickly, stood up with determination. The glow of his transformation increased even more.
This is far from over.
The battle continued, leading them again to display an ever-increasing amount of power. In this fury, Gogeta unleashed power that defied the laws of the universe, and Takagami, despite his arrogance, began to show signs of concern. The tension was palpable. The Z warriors felt the intensity of the confrontation, even when they were a long distance away from where the battle for the future of the planet was taking place. Piccolo was seriously watching, calculating every move and thinking at some point this battle, which was far from over, would be a favorable outcome. Piccolo, in his thoughts,
Goku, Vegeta, we trust you. You must win this battle.
The battle reached a new climax when Gogeta and Takagami met at an eminent point in the battle. The energy emanated from them, illuminating the vastness of the dark sky, creating a dazzling spectacle of colors and flashes.
You cannot escape darkness. Darkness will never prevail over light. You're a fool if you think your light can eclipse my power.
Suddenly, a voice echoed in Gogeta's mind, a familiar but distant voice.
Gogeta, do not underestimate your enemy. Truth lies within strength.
The transmission abruptly cut off, leaving Gogeta bewildered. Before he could reflect on it, however, Takagami lunged towards him with surprising speed, unleashing a series of punches and kicks that left Gogeta struggling to keep up. At that moment, a fleeting image flashed through Gogeta's mind, a vision of his loved ones, of his purpose, and the responsibility he carried on his shoulders. The energy of the transformation fanned, and Gogeta, with newfound determination, struck back with renewed ferocity.
This is the limit of your tyranny, Takagami! Ha 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 ha! The limit's up to you, Gogeta, and your limit is my power!
Suddenly, the sky around him fragmented, and multiple distorted versions of Takagami emerged from the dimensional rifts, each with a malevolent grin.
You cannot defeat me, Gogeta. I am eternal. I'm a god. You may be powerful, but I'm not alone in this.
The battle reached a new intensity as multiple distorted incarnations of Takagami surrounded Gogeta. Each emanated a dark energy that defied the laws of the universe. The air itself seemed to vibrate with the pressure of their combined presences. At that precise moment, Goku and Vegeta's fusion had come to an end due to the amount of power they had used in order to stand up to Takami. Goku and Vegeta, although they had returned to their individual forms after the fusion, knew that the key by defeating Takami lay in perfect unity and coordination.
Vegeta, we're in this together. Let's give all our power to be able to confront him so we can free Yamcha from this so-called god.
Yes, Kakarot, this insect will not defeat us.
The Z Warriors watched in amazement, aware that the fate of the universe hung in the balance. Piccolo analyzed the situation, looking for any weaknesses that could be exploited. The others prepared to act if the opportunity presented itself. Goku and Vegeta, now separated, their fusion as Gogeta, faced Takami with determination in their eyes. The dark presence of the supposed god loomed over them, but the Saiyans were determined to free Yamcha and put an end to the threat he posed.
Vegeta, we need to coordinate our attacks. We've always been stronger when we fight together.
For once, I agree with you, Kakarot. This insect will pay for what he did.
The two Saiyans lunged towards Takami, attacking with a combination of punches and ki blasts. Takami, though powerful, was momentarily overwhelmed by the timing of the two warriors. However, his sinister laugh echoed across the battlefield.
Your union will change nothing. My power is unlimited.
Goku and Vegeta exchanged glances, realizing that the situation was more serious than they had imagined. Takami unleashed a wave of dark energy that sent them flying, but they quickly recovered, ready to continue the fight. The Z Warriors watched with concern. Gohan, though a bit intimidated by Takami's power, maintained his unwavering determination. Piccolo, with his keen intelligence, pointed out a possible weakness.
It seems his power is linked to some source. We must find a way to break that connection.
Goten and Trunks, who had arrived along with Gohan, eager to join the battle, looked at their parents with concern. However, Piccolo stopped them.
Guys, we need a plan before we launch into battle. Your strength will be crucial at the right time.
While the Z Warriors thought of a plan, Goku and Vegeta continued their fierce assault against Takami. Every time it seemed they were about to defeat him, his power increased and the evil emanating from him intensified.
Ha 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 ha! Your resistance is useless. My power thrives on despair and suffering.
Then we must find a way to change that. Vegeta, we need to attack together, but with a strategy.
You're finally thinking clearly, Kakarot. Let's do it!
The two Saiyans, coordinating their movements, executed a series of synchronized attacks. Although Takami was defending himself skillfully, he began to show signs of discomfort. The connection between his power and the external source seemed to be faltering. At that instant, Piccolo noticed the opportunity.
Now is the time. Gohan, wait for the opening we'll give you so you can attack. Goten, Trunks, follow me on my signal.
Gohan nodded, conveying a look of confidence to his friends. Goten and Trunks prepared to act on Piccolo's directions.
Everyone, let's send our energies to Goku and Vegeta. We must strengthen their connection and weaken Takagami's source of power.
The Z Warriors gathered their energies and, with a coordinated effort, sent a stream of ki skyward. Goku and Vegeta, sensing the surge of power, seized the opportunity.
They're doing it! Come on, Vegeta!
The connection between Goku, Vegeta, and the Z Warriors created a unique synergy. Energy flowed through them, strengthening their resolve and weakening Takagami's external source of power.
This can't be happening!
The darkness surrounding Takami began to dissipate, due to the large amount of energy they were receiving from their friends. Piccolo, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, observing the battle, noticed the opportunity to intervene.
Now, guys, let's go!
Goten and Trunks took flight into the sky where Goku and Vegeta were, joining the fight against Takami. With the energy of the Z Warriors strengthening the connection between Goku and Vegeta, the real battle was about to begin. The fusion of powers of the Saiyans between father and son created an explosion of energy that enveloped Takami. The fight intensified, but now, with hope and determination as their allies, Goku, Vegeta, Goten, and Trunks were ready to face the Dark God and free the universe from his evil domain. The burst of energy that enveloped Takami reverberated throughout the universe. The fusion of the powers of Goku, Vegeta, and his sons created a symphony of forces, illuminating the sky with a brilliant radiance that defied the darkness Takami had tried to impose. Takami, enveloped in the luminescence of the combined energy, struggled to maintain his composure. The connection between his power and the source of his power, Yamcha, was weakening with every second, and his sinister laugh began to turn into growls of frustration.
We're making progress, Vegeta!
Yes, but let's not let our guard down. It's not over.
As the Saiyans continued their coordinated offensive, Goten and Trunks and their Super Saiyan forms joined the battle. The pressure on Takagami intensified, as he now faced not only the two adult Saiyans, but also that of his sons. The coordination between them was impressive, and every move was backed by the combined strength of the Z Warriors.
Dad! Vegeta! We're here to help! Let's show this guy that the Saiyan family is unstoppable!
The trio of Saiyans, with their different levels of expertise and abilities, formed a united front against Takagami. The battle was getting more and more intense, with bursts of energy and flurries of attacks lighting up space like a celestial spectacle. Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, and the others channeled their energies to strengthen the connection between the Saiyans and, at the same time, searched for weaknesses in Takagami's defense.
We must keep the pressure on and look for any opportunity to unbalance Takagami.
Dad! Vegeta! Goten! Trunks! We all trust you! Let's defeat this enemy together!
In space, the synergy between the Saiyans reached its peak. Goku and Vegeta, with the energy of their sons and the Z Warriors, fused their attacks in an amazing display of power. Takagami, despite his resistance, began to give ground.
Ugh! This is not possible! I'm a god! I cannot be defeated!
The connection between his power and the external source was on the verge of collapse. The Saiyans, sensing Takagami's weakness, redoubled their efforts. Goten, Trunks, guided by Piccolo's strategy, attacked from unexpected angles, while Goku and Vegeta continued their frontal assault. Piccolo noticed a key opportunity.
Now, Gohan, it's your time!
Gohan, in his final form ready to take advantage of the opportunity, concentrated his energy and launched himself into the confrontation. With surprising speed, he joined the fight alongside Goku, Vegeta, Goten, and Trunks.
Let's finish this, Dad!
The symphony of energy between the Z Warriors and the Saiyans reached its climax. Takagami, beset on all sides, struggled to stand, and the skies erupted in an explosion of light and darkness as the heroes joined forces to confront the Dark God. The battle reached its climax, and every move decided the fate of the universe. The Z Warriors from Earth watched with eagerness and hope, knowing that victory was within reach, but also aware that the final fight was yet to come. With the Saiyans and the Z Warriors facing Takagami in a cosmic confrontation. However, amidst the chaos of battle, a small distraction allowed Takagami to strike back with furiosity. Goten and Trunks, focused on following Piccolo's strategy, attacked from different angles. However, in a moment of minimal distraction, Takagami seized the opportunity and launched a surprise counterattack. With quick and precise movements, the Dark God managed to evade Goten and Trunks' attacks, countering them with punches and energy blasts.
Ha ha ha! Your efforts are useless, children! I'm the all-consuming darkness!
Goten and Trunks, though agile and powerful, found themselves in a precarious situation. Takagami, with his speed and cunning, left the young Saiyans struggling to keep up.
We have to protect them!
Takagami's concentration of power is increasing. We need to regroup and find a strategy to counter his moves.
Meanwhile, in the sky, Goten and Trunks, despite the setbacks, continued to fight bravely. They tried to coordinate their attacks, but Takagami's speed and cunning proved to be a formidable challenge.
Trunks, we have to stay focused! I know, but this guy's stronger than I imagined!
In an unexpected twist, Takagami launched a blast of dark energy that hit Goten and Trunks, leaving them badly injured. Both Saiyans fell backwards with obvious signs of exhaustion and pain.
Goten! Trunks!
This damned Dark God!
The adult Saiyans intensified their assault, determined to avenge their momentary fall of their sons. Takagami, however, taking advantage of the confusion and despair that gripped the Z Warriors, rejoiced in his newly strengthened power.
This is how the heroes of the universe give up. They may fight, but in the end, darkness will always prevail.
The result was becoming even more tense. The Z Warriors, though determined, were facing the reality that their fight was far from over. Goten and Trunks, wounded but not defeated, were struggling to recover and rejoin the battle.
We need a new approach. Takagami's strength increases with each passing moment.
We'll protect Goten and Trunks. We'll not let the darkness prevail.
The battle, now more critical than ever, was plunging into a desperate confrontation where the survival of the universe hung in the balance. Gohan, observing the critical situation of his brother Goten and Trunks, could not contain the fury that burned within him. A flash of anger crossed his eyes, and his energy rose to levels that would leave even the most experienced Saiyans dumbfounded. He lunged towards Takami with shocking speed, ignoring any concern for his own safety.
With this price, you'll pay for hurting my family!
His speed and furiosity impressed everyone on the battlefield. Every blow he delivered carried with it a pent-up rage of a protective brother. Takami, though initially surprised, adapted to the intensity of Gohan's attacks.
Do you think your anger can stop me?
I'm going to protect my family and the entire universe from your darkness!
The battle between Gohan and Takami unleashed an energy storm in space. Goku and Vegeta watched in awe and fear as the conflict reached levels that defied comprehension. Despite their determination, they realized they were facing a power beyond anything they had faced before.
This kid, his power is amazing!
We can't let Gohan fight alone. We must support him.
As Gohan continued his relentless assault, Takami showed a significant improvement in his defensive ability. Every blow was met with inhuman prowess. The battle reached a point where the universe itself seemed to be on the verge of collapse. The epic confrontation between Gohan and Takami pushed the Saiyan warrior to the limit of his abilities. Despite Gohan's bravery and skill, the Dark God, with unmatched cunning and speed, found an opening in his defense. With a graceful twist, Takami unleashed a ripping attack, a blast of dark energy that sliced through the air with a malevolent precision. Gohan, surprised by the speed and ferocity of the attack, barely had time to react. The energy wave hit Gohan full on, enveloping him in an explosion of light and darkness. The force of the impact threw Goku's eldest son backwards, causing him to stagger, desperately struggling to stay on his feet. The dark energy left its mark on Gohan's body, marking him with deep, tearing wounds.
Ah! This can't be so strong!
Takami, with a sinister smile, hovered in the air, observing the result of his devastating attack. The black energy around him seemed to vibrate with satisfaction as Gohan tried to recover.
This is the power you praise so much? You're no match for me, Gohan.
Goku and Vegeta, witnessing the scene from a distance, gritted their teeth helplessly. The situation was becoming more critical with each passing moment. Goten and Trunks, still injured but recovering, were prepared to rejoin the fight.
Gohan! This damned! We can't let this continue!
Goten and Trunks, sensing the urgency of the situation, approached Gohan to help him. Despite his own injuries, determination shone in his eyes.
Brother, are you alright? Yes, but we need a new approach. We're not going to let this guy get away with this.
Meanwhile, Piccolo and the other Z Warriors were also assessing the situation, looking for any opportunity to change the course of the battle. The pressure on them was mounting, and the need to find an effective strategy was becoming more apparent.
We have to work together. Gohan, can you keep fighting?
Gohan nodded, ignoring the pain coursing through his body. His determination had not dulled, on the contrary. Takami's imminent threat stoked it.
I can't give up, but we need a strategy. Something that could surprise him.
Surprise him, you say?
As the Z Warriors immersed themselves in strategy to counter Takami, a small distraction took over the battlefield. Goten and Trunks, aware of the need of a different approach, exchanged determined glances. Without saying a word, they assumed the familiar fusion dance stance. The other warriors, immersed in their tactics, barely noticed the sudden disappearance of Goten and Trunks as they performed the fusion. The energy around them condensed into a brilliant flash that revealed Gotenks, Super Saiyan, the powerful fusion of the two young Saiyans.
Ready to give this guy a surprise!
With impressive speed, Gotenks launched himself towards Takami, who was momentarily startled by the new presence on the battlefield. Gotenks, with his characteristic air of self-sufficiency, began to unleash a series of swift and agile attacks, challenging the Dark God with renewed energy.
Here I come!
Takami, however, far from being intimidated, smiled sinisterly. With a casual gesture, he deflected Gotenks' attacks as if toying with him.
Is that all you've got, you little fused insect?
Gotenks persisted, intensifying his attacks, trying to find an opening in Takami's defense. However, the Dark God with a graceful move countered each blow with ease.
Come on! It can't be!
In the moment of distraction, Takami took advantage of the situation. With impressive speed, he launched a blast of dark energy that enveloped Gotenks before he could react. The resulting explosion threw Gotenks backwards, knocking him to the ground unconscious and disfigured.
Gotenks!
This is worse than we thought.
Takami, now more confident of his superiority, hovered in the air, glaring at the defeated warriors. Goten and Trunks, still unconscious, lay on the ground as Takami revealed in his moment of victory.
Ha 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 ha! Is this all you offer, Z Warriors? Your desperation only increases my power.
With the outlook darkened by Gotenks' momentary defeat, attention turned to Gohan, who, badly wounded but driven by an inner strength, began to radiate intense energy. The pain in his body seemed to fuel his determination, and a wild golden glow enveloped as his ki reached never-before-seen levels. In the blink of an eye, Gohan transformed into Super Saiyan Phase 3, a form of awesome power that surprised even Takami. Gohan's hair grew out of control, his muscles swelled, and his expression reflected a mixture of pain and fierce determination.
What is this? A new trick?
Gohan, with a wild roar, launched himself towards Takami with shocking speed. The force of his blows and the intensity of his attacks shook the battlefield, creating a storm of energy around him. The conflict between light and darkness took on a new dimension as Gohan challenged the limits of his own power.
You're going to pay for what you've done!
The confrontation between Gohan in his Super Saiyan Phase 3 form and Takami marked a drastic change in the intensity of the battle. The skies, previously serene, witness of the confrontation, darkened with the energy unleashed by both combatants. And each blow resounded like thunder in the vast and silent cosmic space, defying the tranquility of the stars watching from a distance. The explosions of energy briefly illuminated the darkness, creating a chaotic and majestic spectacle at the same time. The flashes of light and shadow intertwined in a frantic dance that reflected the ferocity of the combat. The shockwaves spread out in the distance, distorting space itself and recalling the magnitude of the power unleashed on that battlefield. Each movement was a ballet of strength and dexterity, with Gohan and Takami challenging each other in a battle that transcended the physical, entering the realms of the mystical and the epic. Their cries of determination were lost amid the din of battle, but their spirits echoed in every exchange of blows, making it clear that this confrontation was not just for dominance or survival, but for the legacy of their lineages and the protection of their worlds. Gohan, his eyes shining with an indomitable determination, channeled all his power in every movement, leaving a trail of energy that shimmered with a force that defied the limits of the unimaginable. His taut muscles, his golden aura glowing with intensity, made him an unstoppable force that sought justice and protection for all those he loved and defended.
You will not escape my justice, Takami! My determination's like an unbreakable torrent that'll sweep away any darkness you try to sow. Every blow I throw carries with it the strength of all those I protect and defend. I'll not rest until the truth shines on every shadow you've woven with your deceptions. Get ready to face the justice I bring.
Gohan roared with fiery fury, his voice echoing across the battlefield like an echo of the very protective will drive him. Every blow he threw carried with it the emotional burden of years of struggle and sacrifice, the determination of a hero willing to do anything for the well-being of his world and his loved ones. On the other hand, Takami, with his characteristic agility and calculated cunning, dodged Gohan's attacks with fluid and precise movements. His cold and calculating gaze contrasted with the ferocity of the Saiyan, unveiling an enemy who did not underestimate the threat he faced.
Interesting. I see that the power of the Saiyan pride still burns deep in your being, Gohan, but let me tell you this. However intense it may be, will not be enough to defy the chains of your inevitable fate.
Between each exchange of blows and dodges, the battlefield turned into an epic scenario where two titans collided, not only with their bodies but with their convictions and purposes.
The fate of both was intertwined in a deadly dance where determination, skill, and strength merged in a conflict that transcended the physical and went deep into their warriors' souls. The clash of energies was so intense that the Z warriors felt the pressure and overwhelming weight of the unfolding confrontation. The magnitude of the conflict resonated in every corner of the known universe, like an echo of power that transcended planetary barriers and penetrated the very heart of those who were fighting for survival and justice. The fluctuations in ki were palpable, even to those watching from a distance, like a symphony of opposing forces colliding in a chaotic but harmonious dance. Every member of the Z Warriors could feel the electricity in the air, the tension that preceded every strategic move and every heartbreaking blow. The earth trembled under the influence of the unleashed energy, as if the world itself was responding to the duel of titans being waged on its surface. The skies darkened even more, as if the universe itself was holding its breath at the magnificence and terror of that epic contest. In those moments of crisis, the Z Warriors' determination grew even stronger, fueled by the urgency to protect what they loved and to face any adversity with courage and conviction. It was a reminder that during chaos and destruction, the human spirit could shine with an unshakable light. Piccolo, with his strategic mind sharper as a razor, watched every move with meticulous attention. Every gesture, every spark of unleashed energy carried with it the promise of a decisive change during the battle. His intense and serene gaze concealed a precise calculation as he searched for the perfect opportunity to intervene in support of his disciple. Piccolo, with his gaze lost on the horizon as he pondered the situation deeply, added in a calm but determined voice,
Gohan is channeling an incredible power right now. If we manage to amplify their energy and coordinate a joint attack, we could tip the scales in our favor and find the opportunity we need to change the course of this battle.
His mind worked like a meticulous clock, evaluating possibilities and strategies during the chaos that was unleashed in front of him. Meanwhile, at the epicenter of the conflict, Gohan and Takami continued their titanic duel, each determined to impose their will and determination on the other. Gohan's transformation into Super Saiyan Stage 3 not only gave him enormous strength, but also imposed a demanding tribute in terms of energy and physical endurance. Gohan, his breathing agitated by the effort and intensity of the moment, expressed with determination in his voice between short breaths, "His power! It's overwhelming! But I must stand firm! I can't fail!" Every word resonated with an unwavering commitment as he prepared to face the ordeal ahead of her, his aura glowing with a mixture of exhaustion and relentless resolve. His spirit stood like a burning flame during the storm, braving adversities with a determination that sprang from the core of his being. On the other hand, Takami, with his arrogant smile and calculated movements, responded to every attack of Gohan with an inordinate confidence in his own dexterity and power. Takami, with a voice imbued with superiority and a tone that denoted his absolute confidence in his words, defiantly replied,
Admiral, but naive. Your determination's remarkable, Gohan, but you must understand that no force in this universe can change your destiny.
His voice resonated with an assurance that seemed to defy all opposition, marking a gap between confidence in his power and Gohan's will. His self-assurance was impenetrable as the toughest steel, a psychological barrier that defied even the storms of energy roaring around him. The confrontation was coming to a head as the Z Warriors, with a mixture of worry and palpable hope in their hearts, prepared to intervene at the precise moment that could change the course of the battle. Vegeta, with his intense and analytical gaze, watched every flash of power unleashed by Gohan with a mixture of admiration and concern in his eyes. Vegeta, with his analytical and sharp mind, was muttering to himself in a barely audible tone due to the palpable tension in the air.
Gohan's unleashing an incredible power.
His words were a whisper, charged with respect and concern, acknowledging the magnitude of the power that Gohan was unleashing at that critical moment.
But he must maintain control if he wants to survive this,
he added with a seriousness that reflected his experience in past battles and his understanding of the dangers of losing control over so much unleashed energy. Goku, the legendary warrior who knows the limits and beyond, nodded solemnly at Vegeta's words.
Goku, with a calmness that radiated experience and wisdom, recognized with respect in his voice, "We know what it's like to fight at the limit, but Gohan's showing exceptional courage that inspires us all." His words resonated with the depth of one who has faced countless challenges, understanding the nature of struggle and the sacrifice it entails. With admiration palpable in his tone, recognizing the courage and determination of his son during adversity, his voice, serene but full of respect, reflected the confidence in Gohan's potential to overcome any obstacle. Meanwhile, the energy flowing through Gohan was reaching its peak, manifesting itself in an impressive visual spectacle. Its golden aura radiated an intense light that illuminated the surrounding space, making even the distant stars seem to pale in comparison. Gohan, with a roar full of determination that echoed throughout the battlefield, exclaimed with fervor, addressed to his father and Vegeta, "Father! Vegeta! All of you! This power is to protect you all!" His voice carried with an emotional charge of his commitment to the protection of his loved ones, a promise that manifested itself in every flash of his glowing aura, and in every blow aimed at the darkness that threatened his world. His voice, echoing like an echo of hope amid the chaos of battle, his energy, instead of just being destructive, became a beacon of hope for his allies, instilling strength and determination in their hearts. The buildup of energy finally reached its peak when Gohan unleashed a combined attack so powerful that it seemed to tear the very fabric of space. The surprise on Takagami's face was palpable, reflecting the magnitude of the force unleashed by the young Saiyan. "Impossible! I can't believe the magnitude of your strength, Gohan! You've unweakened a power that defies all my expectations and strategies so far. But you haven't witnessed everything I can do yet. My abilities are not limited to what you've witnessed so far. And I still have cards to play in this game. Get ready to find out that I'm not as easy an opponent to defeat. The true essence of my power is about to be revealed, and I assure you that it'll surprise you. The battle's only just begun, young Saiyan." The resulting explosion temporarily blinded everyone present, enveloping the battlefield in a dazzling light that eclipsed even the brightest stars in the firmament. As the luminescence slowly faded away, it revealed an impressive but also disturbing scene. Gohan, still in his Super Saiyan Stage 3 form, was still standing, his figure slender but visibly exhausted at the limit of his strength.
What? Was that enough?
He was panting between short breaths, his eyes reflecting a determination that defied the fatigue that overwhelmed him. But Takagami emerged from the rubble with a defiant smile on his face, was making it clear that the battle was far from over. "You're barely scratching the surface, Gohan. Your power is awesome, but you can't beat the darkness that is hanging over you. Your determination's commendable, but the real battle is beyond what you can imagine. My shadows are deeper, and my power is vaster than you think. Get ready to face the true essence of the dark power." Gohan's energy was fluctuating, a clear sign that his transformation was reaching its limit. The Z warriors watched with anxiety and determination as the battle reached a critical point. Victory seemed elusive, but their fighting spirit remained unwavering in the darkness that threatened to devour them all.
"No! I can't give up! This power! It's to protect everyone! To my family! To the Earth!"
Each word came out between agitated breaths, but charged with an unwavering determination, revealing the deep sense of responsibility and love that drove their struggle. His voice, though weakened by the effort, resounded with a firmness that defined the adversities he faced. "Oh, what a pathetic nobility! Do you think you can fight my darkness with simple desires for protection? Your strength is impressive, but your naivety condemns you. Don't you understand that in this world, nobility and desires for protection are as fragile as glass in front of the tide? No matter how much power you possess, the darkness will always find a crack through which to infiltrate and corrupt everything you value. It's only a matter of time before you realize the futility of your efforts, Gohan." Gohan, his aura flickering, braced himself for another assault, feeling every fiber of his being burning with determination. However, the accumulated fatigue and the marked wounds on his skin were beginning to take their toll. weighing like chains on his struggle. Every move was a battle against exhaustion and pain, a test of endurance that tested his courage and perseverance. The vision of Takami, his implacable enemy, distorted slightly before his fatigued eyes, reflecting not only the tumult of the physical battle, but also the dark and twisted connection Takami maintained with the source of power that fed him. This connection, like a cursed bond, gave Takami a ruthless strength, but also dragged him into the maelstrom of corruption and out of control. During the fray, Gohan found himself facing not only a formidable opponent, but also the shadow of an evil influence that threatened to consume everything. Every blow thrown and blocked resonated with the intensity of an epic battle between light and darkness, between the determination of a hero and the seduction of a dark and forbidden power. Despite the adversities and uncertainty that surrounded him, Gohan clung to hope like the beacon in a storm, remembering the bonds of friendship and love that drove him to move forward. Every beat of his heart resonated with the will to protect what he valued most in the world, facing the challenge with courage and sacrifice, knowing that true strength lay in his indomitable spirit and in his determination to never give up in the face of the darkness that threatened his world and soul.
Gohan, don't wear yourself out too much. Stay focused and in control. Remember, that true strength lies not only in raw power, but in the ability to stay calm and think strategically amid chaos. Do not underestimate your opponent, and do not get carried away by blind rage. That determination must be backed by intelligence and control. Make every hit count, and don't get distracted from your goal.
His words, full of advice and warnings, sought to remind Gohan of the importance of the mind in battle, in addition to physical strength.
The Super Saiyan Phase 3 form consumes a lot of energy. Gohan needs to find a balance between his power and his stamina. He must learn to control the flow of his ki to maintain his strength without exhausting himself quickly. The key is efficiency. Every movement must be precisely calculated and executed to maximize the impact without wasting energy. It's a challenge to master this state, but if Gohan manages to find that harmony, his potential will be truly formidable.
His words, full of experience and knowledge, sought to guide Gohan towards a better understanding of how to use his power without compromising his endurance in battle. As Gohan and Takami continued their confrontation, Goku's eyes, a symbol of hope for everyone, shone with determination during the intense strife. His strategic mind was working at full speed, analyzing every move of his son and enemies to find the perfect crack in Takagami's defense. Every glimmer in his gaze reflects years of training, epic battles, and an unwavering desire to protect those he loved. In the distance, Vegeta stood in a fighting position, his Saiyan pride burning like an unstoppable flame. His defiant aura and combat experience combined into a formidable force, ready to unleash his power at the precise moment. Piccolo, with his calculated serenity, was watching the battle with sharp eyes, ready to strategically intervene and balance the scales in favor of his comrades. Meanwhile, Goten and Trunks, the young warriors, were in the middle of the recovery process after the intense confrontation against Takami. Despite their damage received, his determination did not waver. Both focused on channeling their ki with precision, taking advantage of every breath to restore their energies and strengthen their bodies. Goten, with his indomitable spirit and his face marked with determination, closed his eyes with concentration as he felt the flow of vital energy revitalize his fatigued muscles. "We have to be ready to return to the battle at any moment," he thought to himself, remembering the responsibility he shared with his friend Trunks to protect his family and his home. On the other hand, Trunks, with his mind focused and his ki shining with renewed intensity, was striving to reach an optimal state of recovery. "We can't afford to let our guard down," he reflected, aware of the challenges they still faced and the need to be prepared to face any adversity that stood in their way. Both young warriors knew that the battle was not over yet. With determination in their hearts and their ki channeling with precision, they were preparing for the next chapter in their fight for the protection of their world. "Gohan's giving his best. His strength and determination are impressive, but we need to find an opening to channel more energy towards him and empower his power to the fullest. We must all join forces and find a way to support him in this crucial battle. Our connection as a family and as a team is our greatest strength.
Let's make every hit and every effort count to protect our home and those we love.
His words, full of determination and hope, reflected his confidence in the team's ability to overcome any challenge when working together.
Your resistance is admirable, but useless. My power is absolute. No matter how much they fight, they won't be able to stop me. My strength is unshakable, and my determination relentless. There is no escape from my dominion. It's time for you to give up and accept your fate under my control.
Every word was loaded with arrogance and certainty as Takami continued to unleash his dark power with ruthless ferocity. Gohan, with a superhuman effort, managed to deflect Takagami's attacks and counterattacked with a burst of brilliant energy. The collision of powers created a shockwave that shook the nearby atmosphere.
I will not allow you to destroy what I love. My bonds and my strength are greater than any darkness you could throw. I'm ready to face any challenge and overcome any obstacle to ensure a secure future for everyone. There will be no place for destruction in my world.
Your emotions make you weak, Gohan. The real strength lies in the darkness. Your love and your bonds are chains that prevent you from reaching your true potential. Don't you see that the darkness offers unlimited and unrestricted power? Abandon your illusions of grandeur, young Saiyan. Face the truth that only darkness can bring you true strength and absolute dominion over the world.
Every word was imbued with an icy arrogance and a fanatical belief in the corrupting power of darkness. Takagami sought to sow doubts and weakness in Gohan's mind, challenging his conception of strength and courage. The struggle became more intense with each pressing moment. Gohan, despite showing obvious exhaustion with every short breath, remained firm and undetermined, refusing to back down from the challenge Takagami posed. His eyes reflected an unwavering determination as he faced the malevolent machinations of his enemy. However, Takagami's evil cunning was revealed in all its magnitude when he began to manipulate the environment around him with dark mastery. The dark creatures had summoned with his sinister magic were already at the edge of the surface, ready to emerge and join the battle with uncontrollable ferocity. The air was charged with an ominous presence as the shadows of those creatures danced unexpectedly, eager to join the conflict and show their destructive power. Faced with the imminent threat, the Z warriors did not hesitate to prepare to face these creatures that represented an unknown but tangible danger. Vegeta, with his characteristic defiant tone, exclaimed as he adjusted his combat posture, "I'll not allow those abominations to ruin our path to victory. It's time to show them the true power of a Saiyan." Piccolo, the group's calm strategist, quickly assessed the situation and proposed a plan of action.
We're facing a cunning enemy who uses manipulation as a weapon. We must act with coordination and precision. Gohan, you now take care of containing the creatures. Vegeta, Goku, keep the pressure on Takagami and don't let him breathe easy.
Goku, with a determined smile on his face, nodded energetically.
We have it, Piccolo. I'm confident that together we can overcome any challenge that comes our way. We're going to give our best.
Goten and Trunks, the young warriors, who were always looking to prove their bravery, exchanged a look of complacency before joining the plan.
Yes, let's show these monsters what it means to be a real team.
Determination shone in the eyes of each Z warrior as they prepared for the upcoming showdown, their hearts resonating with the memory of Ten Shinhan and Chaos's courageous sacrifice. Those moments of heroism and camaraderie resonated like an echo in their souls, reminding them of the price they sometimes had to pay to protect the world they loved. Goku, with a silent bow to his fallen friends, took a moment to remember his valuable lessons of courage and determination.
Our friend showed us that even in the darkest moments, we can find the strength to face any challenge. His sacrifice will not be in vain as long as we keep fighting and keep the flame of hope alive in our hearts. Every blow we take, every obstacle we face is proof of our determination and our commitment to a better future. We'll not let his sacrifice be forgotten. Let's keep fighting with all our heart and spirit.
Vegeta, with an intense gaze fixed on the horizon, added solemnly,
Every battle teaches us something new. We must honor his memory by overcoming our limits, protecting this world, not only for ourselves, but for those who are no longer there.
Piccolo, the serene strategist, reflected on the importance of learning from each experience.
Every battle, every loss, strengthens us and teaches us to be better warriors. Let's move forward with determination and wisdom.
Goten and Trunks, the young warriors, full of energy and competitive spirit, exchanged a look of respect towards the heroes of the past.
We're going to make their bravery and sacrifice worthwhile. We'll fight with everything we have.
The memory of Tenshinhan and Chaos became a flame that fanned the determination and fighting spirit of the Z warriors. With their hearts united in a common purpose, they prepared to face the next challenge with the strength of those who came before them, ready to write the next chapter in the history of defending the Earth against the forces of evil. The battle reached unprecedented levels of intensity, with every move unleashing a wave of energy that shook the battlefield. Gohan, with his indomitable spirit, led the charge against the emerging shadows, channeling his ki into powerful explosions that dispelled the creatures one after another. Every flash of light harbored the determination to protect their loved ones and their home from the darkness that threatened to consume them.
Mr. Piccolo, behind you! Watch your back! The enemy's trying to surprise us with sneak attacks! We can't afford to let our guard down for 1 second in this battle! Our togetherness is our greatest strength, and together we'll overcome any challenge that comes our way! I trust in your strategic wisdom, Mr. Piccolo, but I'm also here to support you in every move! Let's move forward with determination and protect what we value with all our might!
Piccolo responded quickly, deflecting the attack with an energy shield.
Thank you, Gohan. Your quick alertness and attention to detail are crucial in this battle. Our coordination and communication are what will keep us one step ahead in the face of our enemies. Let's keep working together. Every move counts in this matchup.
By his side, Piccolo displayed his tactical ingenuity with mastery, drawing lines of defense and counterattack with pinpoint accuracy. His strategies were like chess moves on the battlefield, anticipating the enemy's moves and coordinating attacks to maximize the impact. Between them, an almost perfect synchronicity is woven, where Gohan's brute force found balance at Piccolo's strategic cunning.
Vegeta, get ready for our combined attack! We can't hold any back anymore! It's time to deploy all our power and show them what we're capable of! Together, we're unstoppable, Vegeta! Let's prove once again why we're the most powerful Z warriors in the universe! Let's go!
You don't need to tell me, Kakaroto. I'm always ready for the combat. Our combined power will overcome any obstacle that stands in our way. Get ready to witness the true strength of the Saiyan race. Let's go!
Every clash of powers, every rumble of explosions resounded like a chant of resistance, bravery during chaos. The bounds of camaraderie and trust between the Z warriors were strengthened by adversity, reminding them that together they were more than the sum of their individual abilities. In this ballet of strength and strategy, where each movement had the weight of survival and the hope of a future in which light would prevail over shadows. Vegeta and Goku, in their eternal friendly rivalry forged in countless battles, coordinated their attacks with an almost telepathic synchronization. Like two warriors who share a unique and deep bond, their fiery determination was reflected in every move, every punch, and every burst of energy they threw at their formidable opponent, Takami.
Goku, it's time to unite our powers to take down this guy once and for all. We'll not allow it to continue sowing chaos and destruction. Our combined strength will be their undoing. Take this, Takami! This is the end that awaits you for challenging the Z Warriors.
I'm with you, Vegeta. There's no turning back now. Together, we'll put an end to this threat once and for all. Let's get him!
The latter, a formidable adversary in his own right, was forced to quickly divert his attention between dodging the quick and precise strikes of the Saiyans and dealing with the strategic cunning of Gohan and the tactical prowess of Piccolo.
Don't underestimate my powers, Saiyans. My abilities go beyond what you can imagine. Your determination's admirable, but it won't be enough to stop me. Get ready to know the true darkness that resides in this universe.
The frantic dance of attacks and defenses between the protagonists became a ballet of opposing forces, where speed and power merged into an unparalleled combat choreography. Each shock of energy unleashed explosions of ki that lit up the sky like shooting stars on a stormy night. painting the firmament with flashes of power and determination. The battlefield was transformed into an epic scenario where the fates of the combatants were intertwined in a cosmic drama of legendary proportions.
Gohan, now's your time to shine. Use this opportunity to show your true power and determination. We're all counting on you to turn the tide of this battle. Don't hold back. Give your best and make every hit count. The fate of everyone depends on your courage and strength in this crucial moment.
Come on, Dad! Mr. Piccolo! We won't stop until we beat you! Our determination's stronger than ever, and together, we're unstoppable! This is our moment to show that together, we can overcome any obstacle! Let's trust in our bonds and fight with everything we have!
Meanwhile, Gohan's relentless determination and Piccolo's tactical wisdom added layers of complexity to the conflict, consistently challenging Takami's strategies and moves. The intensity of the confrontation reached its peak, and with each hero and villain deploying their maximum potential in search of victory. Amid the chaos of battle, friendship and honor and inner strength shone as beacons of hope, in a universe fraught with unfathomable challenges and dangers. Goten and Trunks, following the meticulous plan laid out by Piccolo to the latter, demonstrated a perfect synchronization that bordered on the supernatural. As young Saiyan warriors, their connection was more than a simple strategic alliance. It was the manifestation of a deep and lasting friendship, forged in countless shared trainings and battles. Every movement, every gesture, flowed between them in an innate harmony that only the strongest bonds could sustain.
Goten, your task is to maintain the defensive perimeter. Don't let anything surprise us from behind. Trunks, look for any opportunity to counterattack. We need to take advantage of every gap in their defense to turn the tide in this battle.
Understood, Mr. Piccolo. I'll be attentive and make sure that nothing takes us by surprise.
Following Piccolo's instructions, Goten unleashed bursts of energy with the dexterity and speed typical of the Saiyan lineage.
Come on, Trunks, let's keep the pressure on. Let's not give up and take every opportunity to move forward.
His attacks were precise and forceful, outlining a defensive perimeter around the group with an intensity that left his opponents breathless. Meanwhile, Trunks, a skilled wielder of the energy sword, executed precise and elegant cuts that perfectly complemented Goten's strategic defense.
Don't let any of them through, Goten. Keep our front safe while we look for weaknesses in their formation. Let's keep pushing.
Each movement drew lines of glowing energy in the air, creating a dynamic and effective wall of protection that neutralized any threat that dared to get too close to their companions. The combination of Goten and Trunks' skills not only demonstrated their individual mastery, but also their ability to work in a team in a fluid and coordinated way. Their actions were not only the result of practice and training, but also of a deep mutual understanding that allowed them to anticipate each other's movements with pinpoint accuracy. On the battlefield, the symbiosis was their greatest strength, making them an unstoppable force that courageously and determinedly defended those considered their family and home. The battle that was being fought was a whirlwind of energy and strategy, where every move had a deep meaning, and every decision impacted on the future of the contest. Goten and Trunks, the young Saiyan warriors, showed amazing coordination as they threw themselves into combat with a mixture of bravery and dexterity. His movements were like a martial dance, fluid and precise, designed to unbalance the dark creatures summoned by Takami.
Trunks, to your right! Understood.
The voices of the young people echoed among the booms of explosions and the clash of powers. Each exchange of blows was a symphony of ki, a manifestation of the determination not to give ground in the face of the darkness that threatened to engulf them. Meanwhile, Gohan, with his indomitable spirit, deployed his ki in explosions of controlled energy, creating glowing spheres that exploded with force on impact against the shadows that rushed over them.
We can't give up! Our world depends on this! Every strike, every strategy, everything counts in this crucial battle! Let's keep fighting until the end!
His voice resonated with conviction, injecting courage into his companions. Piccolo, the calm but ruthless strategist, extended his arms with authority, generating defensive barriers that protected the group from surprise attacks. His eyes observed the battlefield with a calculated calm, evaluating every movement of the enemy to find the precise moment to counterattack.
Keep the pressure constant. We cannot allow them to make up ground. Every breakthrough we make is crucial to maintaining our advantage. Keep attacking relentlessly.
The sound of energy crashes and explosions was deafening, but during the chaos, the group's determination and unity shone like beacons of hope in the darkest night. Each of the Z Warriors knew that they were not only fighting for their lives, but for the future of their home and the generations to come. Every attack, every block, was another step towards victory or defeat, and they were not willing to give in to adversity. Amid the furious fray, every strategic move and every technique deployed by the Z Warriors reflected years of training and experience, as well as a bond of trust and camaraderie that strengthened them in the most difficult moments. The coordination between them was a show of synchronization and dexterity, a chaotic but harmonious dance of attacks and defenses that kept at bay the dark forces that tried to dominate them. However, it was at a crucial moment, when hope seemed to be faltering in the face of Takagami's relentless persistence, that Goku and Vegeta, the legendary Saiyans whose power transcended known limits, demonstrated once again why they were revered as the most powerful warriors in the universe. With millimetric synchronization that only they could achieve after years of training in epic battles, they unleashed a devastating combined attack that shattered Takagami's defenses, leaving them exposed and vulnerable in the face of the final counterattack of the brave defenders of the Earth. The impact of their combined energy resounded on the battlefield like divine thunder, shaking reality itself with its overwhelming power. The energy blasts and shockwaves spread out like a gale, sweeping away any obstacles in their way and marking a decisive turn in the confrontation. The hearts of the Z Warriors swelled with renewed hope as they witnessed the result of the bravery and determination embodied in Goku and Vegeta, who were not only allies but also rivals who raised each other to new heights of power and dexterity. This epic moment not only symbolized the brute strength of the legendary Saiyans, but also the depth of their connection as battle companions and friends. Her self-sacrifice and dedication to protecting her home and loved ones shone with an intensity that defied the shadows of despair. With Takagami vulnerable before them, Earth's heroes prepared for the final assault, determined to put an end to the dark threat looming over their world and restore the lost peace. As this crucial opportunity approached, Gohan and Piccolo, two warriors whose togetherness goes beyond simple camaraderie, combined their powers with synchronization and understanding that only the closest battle partners could achieve. With relentless determination and a strategic focus sharp as the edge of a sword, they faced the creatures summoned by Takagami, with a bravery that inspired everyone present on the battlefield.
Mr. Piccolo, keep the rear guard. I'm going to the front. It is crucial to maintain our formation and protect our backs as we move forward towards the main battle. I trust you to keep us safe from behind.
Understood, Gohan. Don't let your guard down. Our coordination is key for being victorious. Stay alert and move forward with determination. Together we'll overcome this challenge.
Gohan's energy, bright and powerful as the sun as it peaks, was intertwined with Piccolo's tactical cunning and dexterity, creating a symphony of power and skill that defied expectations. Each coordinated movement between them was a masterful combined dance, where offensive and defense intertwined in a lethal harmony. The creatures summoned by Takagami, who once posed a formidable threat, now found themselves at a disadvantage in the face of the unbreakable union of these two exceptional warriors. The battlefield lit up with flashes of brilliant energy as Gohan and Piccolo unleashed their full potential, overcoming every obstacle with steely determination and calculated strategies. The trust between them was palpable, a connection that transcended words and manifested itself in every punch and every block. With each enemy defeated, their path to Takagami cleared, bringing them closer and closer to the final victory they sought to protect their world and their loved ones.
Gohan, you need to buy time. I will prepare my best attack to defeat these creatures. I trust you can keep them busy while I get ready. Together, we can change the course of this battle.
Mr. Piccolo, I'll do my best to buy time. My goal is to keep these creatures at bay as long as possible so I can prepare their attack. Trust me, I won't let you down.
The moment of truth was approaching, and Gohan was advancing with a firm step, while Piccolo prepared his best attack to defeat these creatures summoned by Bahamut's disciple and put an end to the darkness that had threatened his home. His fiery determination was a beacon of hope for those who witnessed his courageous struggle, reminding them that strength lies in the unity and indomitable spirit of those who fight for justice and peace. The critical moment came when every move decided the fate of the battle. Gohan, in a last effort, took his final form. With his bright and determined aura, advanced to the front of the battle line, facing the dark creatures with a mixture of bravery and strategy, as he blocked the onslaughts of the shadows with his dazzling ki. The creatures, summoned by Takami, were not easy rivals to beat, but Gohan in his ultimate form took a lot of confidence and began to face the creatures they are facing. Gohan knew that keeping the creatures at bay was crucial to allowing Piccolo to unleash his full power. While Gohan struggled to contain the shadows with his fast movements and powerful attacks, Piccolo concentrated his energy preparing for the most powerful technique. The tension on the battlefield was palpable, but there was no room for doubt. Confidence in their abilities and in their partner was the key to facing the darkness that threatened to consume them.
Gohan, keep it up. You're demonstrating exceptional courage and impressive mastery on the battlefield. Every movement of yours is a barrier that prevents the advancement of these creatures. It's crucial that you hold this firmness for a few more moments while I finalize the preparations for my final ultimate technique. I have full confidence in your abilities and determination. Remember that our teamwork is the key to overcoming any challenge. Keep the pressure on and don't let your guard down. Together we can turn the tide of this battle and protect our loved ones.
Understood, Mr. Piccolo. I'll not allow them to advance a single step further. You can trust me. I'm fully prepared to take on this responsibility and keep these creatures at bay. Together, we can overcome this and protect our loved ones. My determination's unwavering, and I'll not back down in the face of this challenge, because I know that every stroke I stop here is a step towards victory. Our teamwork and mutual trust will give us the strength to prevail in this battle. Let's show them what we're capable of and write our own destiny in this struggle.
The scene unfolds with increasing intensity as Gohan definitively plunges into the maelstrom of combat. His determination is reflected in every gesture, and every tense muscle, and in every flash of energy that emanates from his being. The creatures summoned by Takami's nightmarish creatures with twisted shapes and burning eyes fiercely advance towards Gohan, seeking to overwhelm him with their numbers and their uncontrolled fury. Gohan, however, is not daunted. His ki shines around him like an aura of power, marking every movement with a clear purpose. When the first creature lunges with sharp claws, Gohan responds with a precise block, channeling his energy to stop the attack with a glowing barrier. The resulting impact makes the ground tremble under his feet, but Gohan remains steadfast, his eyes fixed on his opponent. Each subsequent blow is an exhibition of martial skill and ki control. Gohan moves with grace and speed, dodging the onslaughts of creatures with fluid movements, and countering with calculated blows. His fists and legs turn into bursts of energy, hitting the enemies with force and precision. Each impact causes bursts of energy that light up the battlefield, drawing bright arcs in the air and kicking up swirls of dust around them. The creatures do not retreat easily. Their resistance is stubborn, and their thirst for destruction is insatiable. Gohan is forced to deploy more advanced techniques, combining his speed and strength with concentrated energy attacks. Ki waves cut through the air as Gohan releases bursts of controlled energy, seeking to weaken his opponents and open gaps in their defenses. Every block, every dodge, is a dance of anticipation and reaction. Gohan relies on his training and his intellect, reading the movements of the creatures, responding with precise movements. Your connection to your spiritual energy is evident in every movement, every pulse of energy emanating from your being. Meanwhile, Piccolo completes the charge of his definitive technique, his absolute concentration palpable in the air. The sound of his pent-up energy resonates on the battlefield, adding a layer of palpable tension to the charged atmosphere of battle. Gohan feels Piccolo's accumulated power as a beacon of hope and a call to redouble his efforts.
This is our chance, Gohan. Keep the pressure on them, and don't give them any respite. Every move of yours is crucial right now, as we are close to changing the course of this battle. I trust in your ability to keep them at bay, while we prepare our counterattack. Keep your determination, and keep going. Together, we can make it happen.
Gohan nods with determination as he prepares for the next attack. The combat dance between Gohan and the creatures reach its climax when Gohan, with a graceful twist, unleashes a series of energy blasts that cut through the enemy ranks. The creatures recoil momentarily, their twisted forms showing signs of weakness for the first time.
Goten! Trunks! I need you to be alert! Mr. Piccolo is preparing a powerful attack! Move quickly and maintain your defenses! Our coordination is crucial at this critical moment of the battle. We can't afford to make mistakes now. I'm confident in your ability to respond quickly and effectively. Stay focused and keep fighting with determination. Come on, we can still turn the tide of this battle in our favor.
The moment came when Gohan, with a precise movement, opened a breach in the creature's defenses, allowing Piccolo to unleash his devastating attack. With a resounding scream, Piccolo releases his ultimate technique, a beam of concentrated energy that cuts through the sky like a fiery comet. Makankasapo! The pure energy swirls frantically around the lightning, forming a spiral of controlled energy that seems to dance in the air with calculated ferocity. The extreme concentration of energy causes a burst that radiates a dazzling radiance, as if the sun itself were transcending on the battlefield. The energy beam, with its incomparable power, transverses the enemy ranks with pinpoint accuracy, neutralizing the creatures with an amazing efficiency that takes the breath away of those who witness its devastating impact. The initial explosion is only the prelude to the destruction that is unleashed. The torrent of concentrated energy envelops the creatures in a lethal embrace, eroding their forms with an overwhelming intensity. Each wave of energy emanating from the ray is like a chisel, carving out space itself, gradually disintegrating the creatures that meet its path with an inexorable inevitability. The show is both majestic and terrifying, with the energy displayed manifesting in vibrant colors that collide and intertwine in a chaotic dance. The controlled destruction leaves in its wake a trail of disintegration that seems to defy the very laws of physics, demonstrating the supreme power that resides in the hands of those who master the arts of combat and energy control. The battlefield gradually quieted down, the dark threat dissipating with each defeated creature. Gohan and Piccolo, breathing heavily, but with a satisfied smile, met in the center of the battlefield, knowing that their teamwork and determination had tipped the scales toward victory. Now, with the road to Takami clear, they were preparing for the final assault, confident that their union would return their greatest strength. The battlefield gradually quieted down, the echo of controlled destruction echoing through the air as the enemy creatures vanquished before the combined might of Gohan and Piccolo. The glow of the dissipated energy hinted at the near victory, marked by the determination and teamwork of the brave warriors Z, Gohan, and Piccolo. Breathing heavily but with a smile of satisfaction on their faces, met in the center of the battlefield, exchanging looks of complicity that spoke of a bond forged in battle and camaraderie. Meanwhile, in another part of the battlefield, Goku and Vegeta were facing Takami in an epic duel that defied the limits of known power. With their faces marked with determination and their eyes shining with a fierce intensity, the two legendary Saiyans demonstrated once again why they were considered the most powerful warriors in the universe. His movements were like a whirlwind of quick attacks and precise defenses, each strike resounding like thunder in the energy-charged air.
Vegeta, keep the pressure on! Let's finish this together!
Of course, Kakarot. I'm not gonna let this guy beat us.
The intensity of their confrontation filled the battlefield, making the ground shake with every energy shock. Takami, although powerful, was in a challenging position in the face of the unstoppable combination of Goku and Vegeta.
I'll not underestimate your power, Saiyans. I recognize their bravery, but their determination will not be enough to stop me. My strength is unshakable. My power is unstoppable. Get ready to face the real darkness.
Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.
Try good.